I totally forgot to unmute my mic. Hi, guys. All right, Morgan. Morgan doth speaketh.
I'm here. I'm sneezing. Oh God, I'm not sick. I just dust, I think. But
Oh, it's that kind of time of
hi,
year.
I'm Morgan. I'm Zodiac.
Hi,
I'm here.
guys.
I'm here for the intense
We are
vibe.
going to be today for Artmas because I want to do a live stream one of these days, and ironically enough, I didn't have anything set to go because my vlog was supposed to go up today, but I didn't edit it last night, and I don't want to sit through like 3 weeks worth of footage. So you're probably gonna get that tomorrow.
Acceptable.
But yeah, I was like, I want to do a stream for one of these things, and what do I want to do? I don't know. And then I'm like, well, yesterday I sketched out the batter, so he was my little warm up, and I'm like, why don't I do him, little cheapy boy, little baby man?
Yes. Little baby man.
Yeah. So for people who
Or
don't
man
know,
gonna come beat up the hunters. I'm ready for it.
right? I think it's so funny. Our friend Tiffany was talking about. She's like, another person where I have to stare at a hunter to get their stuff. I'm like, that's what you have to do for all of them.
Yes.
Fucking for Patty, you gotta stare at him. For Neeb, you gotta stare at him. For Ela, well, Neeb doesn't have to. Neeb just nooms.
Name just news. That's all we gotta do.
Yeah. So hi guys. I also got dressed up today because it's Christmas. I mean, not really,
Christmas.
but it's like, trying to be somewhat professional. Also, I'm not wearing lipstick because if you watched any of my live streams on Twitch or here, I drink a lot of water because it's good, and people like having my webcam on. So, face behind the art.
Yeah.
I think it's funny that there are some people who are like, "Oh my god, have you ever done a face reveal?" I'm like, I have a vlog channel. I post pictures of myself all the time. Like, I don't hide my face.
I feel like there's just some people who they find a new channel that they like and they immediately ask like for a face reveal, and it makes me feel a little weird.
Yeah.
Because yes, I put my face out there, but like the fact that that's the first thing you think of when you find my channel, because obviously it can't be like, obviously on my YouTube channel I don't have many videos with my face in it, obviously, but like I've put it on my Twitter. And I put it on my Instagram. I know is there, my dead Instagram that I don't use anymore. So I'm like, it's one of those things where it's like, it's there, but the fact that you like haven't looked at my stuff long enough to know that tells me that you just looked at a few of my pictures and immediately thought, I want to know who this person looks like.
Alright, we gotta shrink the ability. Because, of course, I wanted to draw him in his little lava cake skin, because...
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Bree, I miss you. How you doing?
Bree.
So saw her waves hanky. Alright, let's see. Me, I want to draw the batter. Also me, I want to do him in his lava cake skin. Me. It just looks so pretty. But yeah, so I saw you streamed earlier today, Morgan.
I did. It was completely silent because I need to get those gifts done, but I haven't really wanted to do one where I talk.
No, I
so I'm like, I guess, because I swear I've gotten here, I came home, I've had something to do every single day since I got here, and I'm just like,
it's almost like it's the holidays.
No, I know. Well, it's not even that. It's because all of my shit waits till I'm fucking here, and it's like, so I got back. Immediately, I have a doctor's appointment. So I have to go to a doctor's appointment. I think the day before that, I had, like, my family was like, we're doing a movie night. And then immediately after that, the next day, it's like, oh, now you have a, like, interview thing for school you have to do real quick. So you have to FaceTime for an hour.
Oh, that was an hour long? I didn't know you were there for an hour doing the FaceTime stuff.
I mean, the FaceTime stuff, not like, it wasn't like, I think it was more like 45 minutes, but it was a while because it was an interview thing. It was an exam, like an evaluation. But there's that, and then now my mom's like, okay, so you have your dentist appointment tomorrow, and I'm like, great. I'm so glad. I haven't been able to sleep in all week.
Oh no, that's gonna happen. You're gonna come out here, and you're gonna sleep on my couch.
I know I'm gonna sleep on your couch. It's just frustrating because I'm like, I come home for the holidays or whatever, and like I haven't been able to even sleep in because like even the stuff I'm doing, even the stuff that doesn't take that long, it's all so early in the day.
Yeah.
the one I like the interview thing. I was gonna do it on Monday, and that was at a slightly more reasonable time. But then I turned out like, oh, you have a doctor's appointment literally that day at the same time, and I'm like, oh, great. So I had to change it. So they're like, okay, do it on Tuesday at like 10:15, and I'm like, yeah, that works. That's fine. I perish. It's fine. I'm like tired emotionally.
If that ain't a mood though, dude, I feel that on such a spiritual level.
Just sometimes it's like socially I'm fine. Like I'm here talking, so socially I'm fine. But emotionally.
Emotionally, you are dead inside.
Emotionally, I'm like, can I just have a day where I do nothing? Where nothing happens.
Yeah. Alright, now. Okay. Little Ganji and his little bat. I keep forgetting that his name is Ganji.
Yeah, Ganji. I love him.
I know, I do too. He's so angry.
He's filled with rage, and I don't blame him for it. Based on his backstory video, I don't.
Let's see how about this. Yeah, the flip ain't too bad. The eyes need fixing, but the flip ain't too bad.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hello, everybody. By the way, if you cannot hear me, my microphone's dying. It's literally right here. It's like right in my face. But I always get people who are like, "Oh, you're so quiet," and I'm like, "My microphone's dying! Yay!"
I love it. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it.
Yep, the joys of blue yetis and snowballs, because like, it's one of those things where they're not cheap because they're like $100.
Yeah.
But they're the cheapest, nicest quality microphone you can get.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, that's the catch. And I've had some people be like, "Oh, just invest in a bigger, like, better microphone." And I'm sitting here like, my YouTube channel don't make me enough money to do that.
Yeah. That really
someday,
is the catch.
But right now, I'd rather have a printer for my business than like a microphone. When it works, you know, and an absolute worst case scenario, I do have my headset, so I know that sucks, but I don't. It's one of those adult things, man, where you got to sit there and be like, is it really worth me, like right now, financially, to invest in this?
Oh yeah, that's how it is sometimes.
I guess they're drilling something next door. That's great.
Oh, nice.
He is. He's literally that meme of the guy looking down and then looking up and being like, "I'm sick of being nice," with the red eyes or whatever.
It fits him so well.
Well, when you see his background story, that's pretty much what it is.
I know. He had enough one day, and I don't blame him. Kick their asses.
Well, that might be too thick.
What would you like to talk about, Mitchie, on your channel?
I don't know. My brain's dead. We can talk about anything on my channel because I don't have limitations like you do. I don't care.
Alright. I mean, we can talk about D&D again. I have no idea.
That's true. I don't know either. Hey guys, chat. What do you want us to talk about? Literally anything. It could be art related. It could be drama related. It could be whatever you want. We'll talk everything tonight.
Spicy question.
You want to know if you want to hate us? Come on.
Oh my gosh. My emotions
like his
said
messed
goodnight.
up eyes. Like, not messed up. I really like when they do this kind of stuff for the, like, S skins. They give them the fancy, like, eyes and stuff.
Yeah. Feet are so cold. Who told my feet they could be cold?
Oh, your little peeties are cold?
My tiny feet are cold.
My window is closed. I don't know how bad you guys can hear that jackhammer right now. But
I can hear it in the distance, but it's okay.
I'm like, of course, the day I want to stream, there's a jackhammer going off.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Hot spicy or mild spicy? Mild. I like a good spice in my food and stuff, but I like to be able to taste my food. Like, I like spicy, but there's a point where stuff's so hot that you just taste the heat. You don't have any, like, flavoring to it. It's like, hi. That is one thing I won't be talking about. I'm sorry. I am not putting my 2 cents in the Hopeless Peaches stuff. So I know someone asked about that. I'm not doing that. So
Yeah.
And the main reason, I will say this, the main reason, there's literally 1,000 videos about it right now, and I don't see a point in making one. So, let's see.
I like mild spicy.
You like spicy at all?
I do like spicy. What do you mean? Do I like spicy at all? I do. I just don't like super intense spicy.
Oh, so did you know this? I didn't know this about Procreate. If you go to, like, make a circle, right? If you go to edit shape... Oh, it didn't do it this time. Sometimes... because this one says ellipse.
Yeah, because you have to hold it down.
Oh.
Did you know if you put a second
I'm
finger...
learning stuff every day.
Hey, Mitchie, did you know if you do that like that, and you hold it down, and you just, like, hold your finger... Like, and you put a second finger, it'll make it a perfect circle?
What? Hold on.
Like, draw the circle, hold it down until it makes a shape, and then put your finger on the screen.
Alright, hold on.
Don't take off your pen, though.
Okay, so my pen. Hold it and then add a thumb. Ah, whoa!
Uh-huh.
That's so neat.
It makes
okay.
it, you can do it with squares and stuff, too. The squares and stuff are a little bit less perfect, because it can never decide whether you're making a rectangle or a square.
Uh-huh.
Which is why you can go to the edit shape thing, and then you can tell it what you're trying to do.
So what's really
But
funny
you can also,
I'm so pissed off that jackhammer's going off right now, because I was like, they never do shit like this on these days. They always do stuff on, like, Wednesdays and fucking Thursdays. It's fucking Tuesday. Anyway, but, oh, comic stuff. Well, ironically enough, Morgan and I are working on a comic. Oh, shit. Let me delete that.
By working, it means we're strictly in the writing and concepting phase right now.
Yes.
It won't be out for a long time, so nobody get too excited.
Yeah, it'll probably out, like... Earliest would be ending of next year.
Yeah, at the earliest. And that's if you just work efficiently and fast.
Yeah, because... what we're doing is we're both writing it, we're both designing characters for it, or we're both doing the concepts for it. He's gonna be sketching. I'm gonna be inking and flatting. He's gonna be doing shading and effects. He's gonna do the text, because he wants to handwrite the text because he's nuts, but he likes that aesthetic.
Because you can do such cool stuff with it, though. You can make the words actually, like, interact with the tone.
Oh, no, I know you can.
I just, like, listen, don't question my method.
And then I get to do the formatting, because we are eventually going to publish it. Also, yes, I'm sorry,
I'll
but
type
if...
it. It's just not enough personality. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
Let's get in that. There we go. That looks angy. If I want to fix it more later, I can. This isn't a commission or anything. It's just for fun. Let's see. Hey Michi, I've missed seeing you stream. I stream a lot on Twitch. I just haven't streamed a lot this month because I've just been working and my life's been pretty boring. Like, I feel bad because that's the same reason why I haven't really done my vlog lately is because I'm like,
nothing's been happening.
Yeah, I'm like, literally it's, I mean, because of Rona, I already don't leave my apartment, so it's like, alright, I'm at my desk 8 hours a day. I'm doing laundry. I'm cooking. I'm playing Bloodborne. So, I've been, like, only doing vlog clips for stuff that's been, like, interesting, if that makes any sense. So, but that's also why I'm like, I don't want to sit here and post, like, a 5-minute vlog. You know what I mean? Where it's like, how was your week? I worked, my friend's car got broken into, but we weren't, like, there for the car being broken into. So, I don't want to do, like, a clickbaity, like, oh my gosh, my friend got her car broken into. And then it's, like, literally, like, a 1-minute clip at the end of the vlog.
Yeah, plus it's, like, almost, it's, like, her stuff. It's not, like, Michi's business. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Let's see.
It's Like, one thing to make a vlog being like, oh my, like, Jesus Christ, my car was broken into. It's another to be like, oh my God, my friend had their car broken into.
Yeah.
Check it out, guys.
Yes, I'm so excited for this character to drop, and your art is so cute. Thank you. Yeah, me too. I'm like, am I really gonna spend money and get Ganji? And then I'm like, yeah. Of course
We
I
just might.
Because I'm also gonna be getting like iTunes stuff for Christmas.
Hell yeah.
So I'm sitting here like, I mean, if it's not my money and I'm getting gift cards, like, what the fuck not? Because literally, like, all I want for Christmas, like, I have my Amazon wish list, because people have asked, which is stuff I want, but, like, as an adult, what do I really want? I want a vacuum, I want a printer, because I have a vacuum, but my vacuum is literally from the 60s, because it was Cody's grandparents' vacuum, because vacuums are expensive, and I've had people be like, just buy a new vacuum, and I'm sitting here like, you know what, good vacuum's like $500?
Mm-hmm. That's how it be.
And so, I mean, they were here like, hey, you want this free vacuum? We know it's from the 60s, but it works. So I'm like, I mean, I guess.
Oh, reliable.
It's like, what's that? It's like, that was like that meme going around where it's like, when you're an adult, come on, fix yourself. It's like, when you're an adult, what was something that you didn't realize was really expensive? And for me, vacuums and rugs.
Yeah.
Wasn't prepared for that.
It do be like that.
I don't mind quiet streams either. I just love watching people draw. Yeah, same. What I'm bummed out about, which is also I haven't really streamed on Twitch recently, is because I've got so much work to do. I am so sick of that. Let me see if I can do something. Hold on real quick. Can I, like, double insulate it? I don't know. Nope. Literally nothing I can do.
Well, fun.
Joys of apartment life. But
Indeed.
just have to. As someone who just got a vacuum after moving out, I feel that pain. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, I have a vacuum that works. It just sucks because it's from the 60s. Which I also know it's from the 60s because I've been rewatching Mad Men in my free time lately. And they had they had my vacuum in the show, and I'm sitting here like, so it was the 60s. I was right.
Ha.
Ugh. I feel like on this kind of chibi you need a bigger ear. I don't know why. I know, Al. I know. I'm sorry. My chinchilla does not like the noise.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Merry Christmas, Michi. Blessed to be and hope your snake's safe. Yeah, I am. I had a weird ass Yule though. Oh my god, yesterday. I don't know what the fuck was going on with the universe. I'm not usually the person that's like, oh yeah, when Mercury's in retrograde, because it seems like Mercury's always in fucking retrograde at this point. It's like, don't leave your house. But I'm sitting here like, my friend had a tragedy happen on her birthday that I'm not going to talk about. But like, literally that started that. Another friend of mine's family member passed away. I got food poisoning. My friend got her car broken into. My mom
I will say, the
called
food
me.
poisoning was technically your own fault. We know how that happened.
I know it was my own fault, but it happened on the same day. It counts.
Yes, but it was very avoidable.
You're right. And I'm just sitting here like, you know what? I witnessed the convergence, and then I went to sleep.
Yeah.
I was
That's
even
alright.
like, you know what? No magic tonight. Nope. I was gonna make some cool moon water, or some cool stuff, because it's the first time it's happened in like 800 years. But I'm sitting here like, nope, too much bad juju. Oh, and then my friend had some weird stuff happen to him, too. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much. Real talk, Michi, do you simp for the hunters? Oh, of course. But the hunter I simp for the most is, like, the hunter no one likes, and it makes me sad.
True.
My main hunter, my boy, who I have a C rank in, I'm very proud of that, is Joker, Mr. Smiley, my boy.
I got
clown.
my B badge for Luca yesterday.
You did? Oh, that's great.
I'm good. I'm in the top 200 or the top 300s, baby.
Oh, that's so awesome. I was B. I was a B Mr. Joker for the longest time, and then I lost too many things this season so far, and I was like,
Yeah. Well, they also reset it anyway, so it gets you'd get dropped down anyway a little bit.
I know. But I will be back. Yeah, that's why I'm happy Mr. Smiley's getting his skin for this new one, because he needs more good skins. But yeah, you can blame the bastard that I'm talking to right now for why I'm in this IDV trash.
Ah ha ha ha. Laughs and hidden. That's what I do.
I really like how pouty he looks. Also, I'm gonna laugh when the Promised Neverland crossover comes out next year and more people play it just for that reason.
Ha.
Because I've heard
I would
people
be
who are
surprised.
who are Promised Neverland fans, who I am also a Promised Neverland fan, are like, oh my god, what's this game?
Oh gosh.
I know, he looks so great as the Spoopy Clown. I took my medication, thank you, phone.
Ha. Fuck it, phone. What? Fuck it, phone? I meant to say suck it. What am I saying?
It's okay, I need a reminder or else I legit will forget to take my meds.
Listen, that's fair. Happens to us all.
Because it's not so much that, like, I forget to take them, it's that if I'm, like, hyperfixating on something, or if I'm working, then it's like,
You get
it's like
distracted.
3 o'clock, and I was supposed to take my pills at noon, and they have, like, a 30-minute window I'm supposed to take them in every day.
It's called a distraction.
Let's see, but, what was I gonna say? But, oh, back to the vlog thing. Yeah, that's something, I know it's, like, really random bouncing around here, but that's always been something that's always pissed me off, is when people have, like, a really, really clickbaity title, but to get around the clickbait, they'll do it, like, 1 minute towards the end, so they're like, well, I did mention this in the video.
No, that shit drives me fucking nuts. Especially because it's never worth the wait. It's never interesting.
Never. Well, like I said, that's why, like, again, because I asked my friend if I could talk about it, the car being broken into thing, and she said it was fine. But I'm, like, sitting here, like, I don't want, like, that, what would be the point? Like, yeah, if I do that as the title and the thumbnail, I know it'll get a bunch of clicks, but it's like maybe a 3-minute clip, because I kind of walk around my parking lot, talking about it.
Or it's like at the very least, if like you're gonna do it, it's like at least make it where you talk about it immediately at the beginning.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And then people can decide like whether or not like, oh, this is interesting, I want to see what else you'd say in this vlog, or they're like, all right, I got what I needed, and then they can leave.
Yeah.
Like, because I think it's, to me, I'm like, if you're gonna do it, at least just make it the first thing you talk about, because that's what people are gonna be coming for.
Yeah. Also, thank you. For anybody who doesn't know, I do stream more on Twitch. I do. I just personally, I'm not gonna lie, YouTube isn't as fun streaming anymore. Like, Twitch ain't great. I am not saying Twitch is not great.
No, YouTube's made it like as painful as possible to stream.
Yeah, like just this, because what do you mean low? I was charging you for 2 minutes. Fine, bitch. Pen charging time, so we'll take the break to talk. The whole thing is, like, before it was so easy, all you had to do, I'm charging my Apple Pen, that's the little thing is for, but all you had to do was put a thumbnail in, put the key into OBS or XSplit or whatever, and press live, like any other streaming site. Now it's, okay, you have to put the key code in, put this in, edit all your stuff beforehand, make sure it's formatted properly, make sure you motion if the stream is going to be monetized or not. Because before, it would always just, if you had a monetized channel, it would automatically monetize. But no, every single time you want to stream, you have to turn your monetization back on.
Oh yeah. No,
So
I forget every single time when I stream, because obviously I don't stream the best way for my iPad, because the way I'm supposed to be doing it just does not work for some reason. But the way I do it, literally every time I stream, like there's no way for me to turn that on beforehand.
Yeah.
I have to manually go after the stream is done, go to my YouTube settings and monetize it.
Yeah,
and I forget to do
all
that
the views
constantly.
you would have gotten paid for the people watching it, where the most money is gone.
Yeah. It's frustrating, but I also just refuse to use Twitch, and the way I stream isn't working for Twitch, so.
Yeah, no, Twitch hates him. Twitch hates the Zodiac Lord for some reason.
I fucking hate Twitch, man.
Yeah. So
not that YouTube's good either, I just fuck Twitch.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because before, what I liked about Twitch was like, so when I stream, I do like talking to people, either my friends or the chat and stuff. But because I am doing that, my speed is like dropped by like half at a minimum than if I was just listening to something and working. So what I liked doing was, putting on random music. And I wouldn't even usually do like mainstream songs. It would be like random like video game soundtracks or like compilations of stuff I find. And I would put them on and I would work and I'd get done faster. I'd still type to the chat, but I'd be able to do that. Now you can't do that because capitalism.
No, my favorite thing was that there was somebody who I was in a stream. I was streaming one day, and I was talking about like how I don't like Twitch or whatever, and somebody was like, "Well, I like Twitch because they let you like you can actually stream music on Twitch, like the age-old joke."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, you haven't heard the news, have you?" And they were like, "What news?" And I'm like, "Oh, you poor child."
Well, it's also one of those things too where it's like, I'm gonna be mean, but there are some people out there who are like, you can stream, like, Japanese and K-pop because it doesn't have the same rules. And I'm like, cool, not everyone likes J-pop and K-rock. Like, I like some K-pop, but I don't want to, like, draw to it all the fucking time. You know what I mean? Sometimes I just want a video game OST or a soundtrack or something random. Now, like, do I think it's right when people have, like, monetized streams and they don't want to talk? And then they'll do something like they'll take someone else's podcast as, like, background footage and then get the money from that podcast because the people are listening to it. Yeah, I don't think that's right. But I think if you're, like, a multi-million-dollar music company and then you go to, like, Twitch and you're like, your people are stealing our music.
Oh, yeah. It's like, well, no, literally the argument was, well, the games have to pay us for our music.
Yeah, no, it's like, that's exactly what it's like. It's
so
like
the streamers should too.
Yeah, it's like, oh well, if movies want our music in it, they have to pay us, and games. So why not the streamers who are making millions and millions of dollars, huh? Sorry, I keep scratching my nose. I've got a bad allergy thing right now. Ugh.
No, yeah, and not only that, but it was like it all counts for even if somebody was just having a Twitch stream where they're just walking around and there's music in the background that they literally cannot control.
Yep.
And it's like, it's so fucking dumb. So obviously that's not entirely Twitch's fault.
Yeah, it was literally because people were pissed off that Twitch didn't fight harder, and I'm like, they lost the lawsuit. Because, wow, who would have thought the multi-million-dollar corporation won?
It's so frustrating, though. It's so annoying. Because it's like, sure, the games have paid you for your license. So, like, what the fuck are you complaining? Like, oh, boo-hoo, I'm not making every single penny I could possibly make for my millions and millions of dollars.
Like, these big companies, because, like, indie devs don't do this shit, it's the big companies.
Oh, of course not. Anybody who makes the custom music for their games, I promise you don't give a shit.
Yeah, and what's so funny is, like, that's why, like, a lot of people use Undertale music in their videos and stuff, because Toby Fox doesn't fucking care. Toby Fox made his money off Undertale, and he's like, I'm still making money off Undertale. You guys want to use my soundtrack? Go ahead.
Yeah, it's like, God, it's so annoying, and it's.
Well,
I think it makes it. I think the funniest.
Like, oh, they're hurting the game companies. When I'm sitting here like, yo,
like, no,
if it wasn't for fucking streamers and like Let's Players, Five Nights at Freddy's would have never been a thing.
Yeah, no, not only that, but the thing is that this company that did this stupid fucking lawsuit, that money is not going to the games. The games get nothing
it's not
out
going
of
to the
this.
musicians. It's not going to the people who made it. It's going to the company.
No, it's literally going. Yeah, because it's going to the license holder, not the people who made the music. It's going to the license holder.
Yeah.
That's what the complaint is about.
Do you guys want my IDV username? I mean, I'm fine with that.
Oh, whoa.
Let me get the game real quick. By the way, people asked before because we were in the middle of talking. Yes, my streams always stay live on my channel for about a week after, and then I put them into my live stream playlist where I unlist them. They're still there, so you just go to the live stream playlist. But I just do that so they're not cluttered. I might keep this one up though because it's a part of Artmas, and there's like gonna be the more cluster of stuff. But that's what I usually do when I stream on YouTube, and I do keep my Twitch streams up for like the 3 months or whatever it is until Twitch itself deletes it. So where's my thing? There's my profile. There's my ID.
I think my favorite retaliation for the whole like lawsuit business were the people who just like would play the games on mute, but then they would make their own sound effects.
Oh, it makes me so happy. The lady playing Skyrim with her own sound effects like fucking sold it for me. That is one of the best videos I've seen in a long time.
Listen, if you're gonna retaliate, do it amazingly.
Yeah. You'd have to add me. I don't really add people on IDV. Listen, it's not a petty thing. It's that I get like so many like things, and whenever I add people, I tend to have a terrible luck with that. So I'm here like, all right, add me.
Yeah. Well, plus you're the one literally showing it on screen. You shouldn't really be expected to add people when you're literally showing it.
Oh yeah, exactly. So, but no, that's the big problem here that a lot of people don't like. That was why it was a big thing with. I know Kesha was going through that, and I think Taylor Swift was too for a while. Where I'm not on the Asian servers. Sorry, I won't be able to play with you if you're on the Asian server. Because our friend lives in Australia and she used to play with us, and she had to like move over to the other server so she could play with us. So if you are in the Asian servers, I cannot play with you. I am very sorry. But I have too much money and characters invested into moving an account for another server when all my friends play on this one. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so the Taylor Swift and like Kesha thing. Other people have done this too. But it's like, it's what's kind of BS is like with bands and music, because hi, daughter of music hippies here. The company owns the music. The artist does get a cut of the money, but the company gets most of the money. It's a lot like the artist industry and the author industry, actually. A lot of people don't know that. So if you see a published book, right, in a bookstore, how it works is when you first get published, your first royalty check is like dick. It's especially if you have no name. It's usually nothing. My friend's dad got published like through Barnes & Noble, and his royalty check was literally $50 because they didn't think the book was going to do well. But they did publish it, and surprise, surprise, the book didn't do well, so they did not redo the publishing. So he got paid $50 for a year's worth of work. But if you get it through there, and then if your book does well, then the publisher will order more books, and you will get another royalty check. That's why, and I know like people like hate J.K. Rowling, and I don't trust me, I hate her too. But her thing is a good example of how it worked. When Harry Potter first got published, I think it was something like £1,000, like if that. And then her next royalty check was like £40,000 because it became Harry Potter. You know what I mean? But that's how it works. Is like, you get a paycheck to test the water for if you get published. It's kind of sad, but that's why it's like, oh yeah, if I'm a New York Times best-selling author, that a lot of people have that, but if your book isn't like constantly being reprinted, you're probably only gonna get paid once for your work. So I use the Procreate dry ink brush, and I didn't fuck with it. I know everyone's like, make your own brushes, do this and that, and I plan on doing that. But I like the textures of the dry brush. I just like it, so I don't need to mess with it. But that's what it's like with the music companies too. Is you'll get a royalty check for your songs, for your work, for your voice, and then they'll cut it. And then if it does well, then you'll get more money. But if it doesn't, then there's your check. Bye bye. That's why it's actually more detrimental to a musician if they have like a one-hit wonder and then nothing else sells after that. because it's like, oh, that's great. I'm known for this one single song, and that's like the only song I'm ever gonna get paid for, and it's probably not a lot, or it'll be a lot once and then like never again. Capitalism.
Woo, God, I hate it so much. I don't understand. I dream for the day that we get more abilities to self-publish and run ourselves, you know?
Yeah.
Because publishers can be very helpful for certain people, but there are also some people that just would do a lot better if they could just do it themselves.
Yeah. Also, I need to say this because some people like attacking people and they say like, so you're against growth and people getting out of it. I'm like, no, I'm for growth, but you also need to understand that usually the lesser of the two evils is not the big corporation, or is not the author who sold their soul to the corporation. It's the corporation. It's also why you see it a lot in movies, where actors, when they're not big, will like sign their soul away for a contract. You see it in shows too.
Yeah,
because I know what's his name.
People forget all the time that contracts are such a big deal.
Oh yeah, and there's so many people who are like, oh yeah, just break the contract. And I don't think people realize that it's like, okay, if you break this contract,
that can literally I don't think people understand that can literally ruin your career, period.
Oh yeah, that or bankrupt you. Like, okay, break your contract. Time to give us like $50 million to break your contract. Or okay, you broke your contract. Now literally no one's ever gonna work with you ever again because you break contracts.
Yeah, like I know it's like the joke is just like, oh, you'll never work in this town again. Unfortunately, that's what's going to happen if you're not already a big name and really, really famous.
Yeah, same thing with like, and you see it happen to actors all the time. And people like try talking about it, and like just now they're talking about it. With like, I wonder whatever happened to so and so, and that's like, oh, they talked out about bad stuff in Hollywood, and suddenly they went from being in a bunch of movies to, I wonder where they are now.
Hey, the baby was screaming, so I have my kitty now.
Oh, which kitty? Raider?
The Raider, yeah. He was meowing really loudly, and I was just like, what is it, baby?
Anyway, but yeah, it's a mess.
It's a big disaster, and so, but that is why, it's not all, you're not always set when you get a show greenlit, you know what I mean? Or you get like your book like published through a big thing. It is cool, but like, I've known, not personally, but like I follow a lot of like self-published authors on Amazon, and I've seen self-published authors that do really, really good on Amazon. And then I remember one day I was in Barnes & Noble and I saw her book in there, and I'm like, you did it! Oh, go you! Because like that'll happen, but that's like the better of the two evils. I'm not saying, again, being published is bad, but I'm just saying it's got a lot more downsides than upsides in most cases. It's an easier for actors too. People blacklist them for you. Yeah, exactly. Or it's, again, same with the creative fields. If it's like, it's really bad, but it's like, let's say you work for a big company, right? And you quit for like, I have to say, like, I have to be very careful with how I word this. Let's say you quit because like there was bullying in your workplace, right? Just like it's not right and you shouldn't be bullied in your workplace, but it was just bullying in your workplace. And you're like, I can't handle it, and so you quit, right? Now they're going to tell people, oh, okay, this person has soft skin, and if you say the wrong thing, they're just going to quit.
Oh, this person is unreliable, this person is flaky, this person is blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the kind of shit that's going to happen. It's because they, like, it's really stupid, but that's what happens.
Yeah, because that actually happened to a friend of mine. Now, my friend never worked in the industry. My friend worked for a pretty big video game reselling company. Blink Blink. That's pretty big and well known for reselling used games. Blink Blink. And she had a really creepy boss. Now, nothing bad happened, but it was really messing with her, and she wasn't liking it, and she tried talking to corporate, and there was no proof, and it was more so that he just said creepy stuff. He didn't really do anything creepy, But especially back then, haha, just saying stuff with no one backing up for her, because no one would, because they were like, yeah, dude, we're making minimum wage back in, like, 2008, I'm not gonna say shit, like, so the boss says creepy stuff. It's not like he does creepy stuff. So, she was talking to some friends, and now my friend is religious, right? So my friend, and this was her mistake, and it sounds bad because it shouldn't be a mistake, but this is what they take it as, right? She was younger, she was like, she started that job at 16, and she lasted until she was 18. Because she just tried to deal with it, and it was getting really, really bad. And so she pretty much went in, and she, like, you know, put in her 2 weeks to quit, and the creepy manager asked her why, and she was like, well, God told me I need to quit. And so he was like, oh, God told you? Okay. And so then a few years later, she was now 20, okay? She tried going to another, not that same store, but another store that was like that, because she worked in that company for many years, and they legit laughed at her during her interview, like, oh, you're the one that God talks to. We know about you. Nice. Have a nice day. Bye. Like, that stuff does come back around people. Like,
yeah, it's really stupid, but that's what ends up happening, and that's why a lot, like I forget who it is, but I know there's a lot of issue with, is it Taylor Swift? It might be Taylor Swift.
Was it the Kanye West thing? Because Kanye was Taylor Swift.
What? No. The issue of the star whoever it was who is, like, in a contract, and her dad is, like, her guardian, and, like,
oh,
is trying to get
that's
out
Britney
of it.
Spears. That one's Britney Spears.
That's Britney Spears, yeah, sorry.
All these white people, that's the problem. I'm a white person.
A lot of just,
but
like,
they're all
white
fucking
blonde
white musicians
in music. But, like, I mean, then again, I don't know fucking anyone by name in the music industry at all. Yeah. But, like, there's that whole situation with contracts. It's like, it's so easy for someone on the outside or someone who's never been in that situation to just say, well, just break the contract.
Yeah.
But that's just not simply how this works.
Mm-hmm.
Because contracts have a lot of, like, legal repercussions to it. Like, even to explain it in, like, very minimal terms, there's a lot of things in contract, because I've done a little bit of contract work artist wise. Now I've done it with, like, a company that was much more like good and not, like, shady, but they have rules in there about, like, if you back out of, like, contracts like that, and one of those rules, like, for example, the one I worked with, because when you're doing contract work, you have to do, like, when you're working for companies artist-wise, you have to have contracts, because typically they're going to pay you after you do the art, so the contract is to make sure that they fucking pay you.
Yeah.
So you need a contract just as much as they do, because the idea is that if you break their contract, or you drop out, or you don't do something a certain way, there's all sorts of stipulations. Like, for example, there's oftentimes going to be rules about, like, if you back out or you just, like, stop responding, they don't have to give you the money anymore. But, like, if you've done sketches for them, you just didn't complete what they asked you to, like, they can still keep your sketches, but, you know, you don't get paid because you just kind of stopped.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like, contract work with a company is not like freelance commission. That's something I try always telling people. I'm like, it's very different.
But freelance, but technically speaking, when artists make terms of service, that is technically an unofficial contract.
Oh, yeah. Because
if there's, like, there's, like, official contracts, but there are also verbal agreements and, like, unofficial agreements that can still count legally. It's why a lot of artists will have in their terms of service that saying, like, oh, by commissioning me, you agree to these terms of service. The reason why is because if an artist, for example, if an artist has in their terms of service that they can at any point, like, refuse your commission or, like, whatever, or they have some rule in there that, like, they can only refund you half of the money if they've already started and blah, 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 blah. The reason why they have that is that if a commissioner retaliates because they said, like, oh, they're like, okay, I did your sketch for you, but I can't finish the commission, so I'll give you some of that money back, but the sketch is done, so I'm keeping a little bit for it.
Yeah.
If the commissioner's like, how dare you, I want my money back, then if for some weird reason that person tried to sue the artist could win because they had an unofficial agreement.
Yeah.
And
that's why I always, like, tell people, make a
there's, like, a specific legal term for it, but
Yep, that's why I always tell people, make a TOS.
Yeah, always make a TOS. But there.
Trust me, people are not going to read it, but it's there for you.
Yeah, but also but with businesses, it gets a lot more dramatic because a business might have something like, I remember the one I worked for, literally in the contract, which is beneficial to me. This is why you should, by the way, this is why I'm going to tell you, it is boring, it is exhausting, you're not going to like it. Read fucking contracts before you sign them.
Oh, every single time.
Dear God.
Every single time. You will be so surprised how screwed over you can be, and legally it will seem not legal, but if you do not read every single thing and
read the fine print,
you will get so screwed over. Yeah. Not even in the art world, just in life in general.
Yeah, just in general. If you're signing a lease, if you're signing anything, read the fucking contract. And yes, there are going to be things that are confusing. That is why you have to go ask people and talk with people to see if you can understand it. Because I've actually read things. Like, here's the thing, the issue with, like, actual official legal terminology. I've had to read quite a few contracts. And I had to read one for the apartments that I was getting leased into. And there was actually a part where my mom lost her mind because she thought in the contract that, like, they weren't going to provide me all of the stuff that the apartment said I was. So she lost her shit. But I read it, and the wording in the legal document was just weird. And when I read it again, I'm like, no, Mom, wait. The boxes that aren't checked are the things they are providing for me. It's the stuff that's checked that they're not. It's just very weird. It's the bizarrest wording you've ever heard in your life. But it was like, you have to read it for those reasons and have different eyes on it. Because there's going to be all sorts of shit like that you miss or that you might misinterpret and stuff like that. I remember the art I did that was under contract. There was literally a stipulation there, which was good for me. It's not like the company was trying to screw me over at all. Don't misinterpret me. But like they even had a thing in there that said that if I do the work, even if they don't use the work, they're still going to pay me. So like you need to look for stuff like that. Make sure that they have things like that in there for you. Like, so you're not getting, not something shady where it's like, oh, yes, we can use you. Like, oh, yeah, we can use your work before we pay you.
Yep.
Like, you got to read for that kind of stuff.
Because here's the problem. Corporations, I know it's like a meme, but it's fucking true. They're going to want to not pay you. They're going to want to pay you. Perfect example. So I actually, I did audio for this. I'm fine putting them on blast. I do not fucking care. So I got an email from Raid Shadow Legends. The Raid! I thought it was fake. I looked at the email back. It was all real. For a sponsorship. Want to know how much money they wanted to give me? And they put in the thing, too. It was non-negotiable. Now, I know, keep in mind, I know I have a small channel. I am not saying that. But, even though I am a small channel, I have decent ratings. I have a pretty consistent minimum that I get on my videos. They wanted to give me, at this time, it'd been public knowledge, they were giving people, like, $10,000. Granted, I was not asking for that. They were like, oh yeah, we would love to sponsor your channel for $50, and it is non-negotiable. And I was like, hi, you worked with a friend of mine that had less subscribers than me and less view count, and she got at least $200, so why am I getting 50 and why is it non-negotiable? And they never emailed me back.
Because it's not negotiable.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sitting here like... They do that all the time, though. Like, that's a big thing. A lot of companies do that stuff. Or they'll guise you in the sense of, like, oh yeah, we won't pay you, but we'll send you something. But we're going to give you all these, like, ticks and things to say. And that's the big thing. So if someone... Because tablet companies are going to talk to you if you get, like, semi-big. And they're going to be like, hey... we would like to send you a tablet for review. That's fine. But if they say, oh, mention this, 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 and this, and it has to be a positive review, you are in your legal right to be like, no, I'm going to be honest if it's good or not. Mm-hmm. And if they insist it has to be a good review, then they have to pay you because that is a sponsorship. That's not a review because they are paying you for the review.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's not how that works.
Yeah. Like, it's a lot of complicated stuff. Any art field in business and stuff like that is very complicated. And that's why it's like, it's just a different world when you're doing art as a hobby versus when you're actually doing it for a career.
Yeah.
But just also... the big takeaway from this just is read your contracts, guys. I don't care what it's for. I don't care how boring it is. Read it or find someone trusted who can read it with you.
Yeah. Because that's a big thing too. Oh, hey Armani, I haven't seen you in so long. I love you, Armani. I miss you. Sorry, I know it's like really random, but I legit have not seen Armani in a long time, and I love you and I miss you, Armani. But I was gonna say too. It also offends not in the art field. I will use my own life experience as an example. My husband used to work for this company that pretty much tricked all the people who were not making enough to live on their own. Keep in mind, I live in California, so it was that bullshit gray area of like, it's more than minimum wage, but it's still not enough to live off of because you live in California. So, you know, they were like, oh yeah, so you're on salary now. Now, how salary is supposed to work? Big people talking time. How salary is supposed to work is if you get your work done early, you can go home and you get paid for the full amount of time that you were given. So let's say you work like a normal 9 to 5, right? Let's say you finish all the tasks of that day by 3 p.m. If you're on salary, you can just go home because your work's done for the day and you still get paid that full time. But on salary, you do not get overtime because that's how that works. So if a project takes longer, then you have to stay over and work on it. That's how it works, you know? But what a lot of bullshit companies do, like they did to my husband, was they put him on salary, they made him do all these shows to where he would work 18-day work weeks for one job, keep in mind, and would not give him overtime because he was salary, would not let him contact the labor board because he's on salary, which is illegal. And then was like, oh yeah, so we know you're doing all this stuff, but you're on salary, so now that you're technically making more than minimum wage, you're actually not because of all the extra work you're doing, and you don't get overtime anymore. And a lot of companies do that. Like my friend's husband is currently dealing with that with their company. It's a different thing. Like a lot of companies will do that. Salary's good, but then if it's like, oh, this project that needs to be done in a week isn't done by your normal work week, okay. You'll lose your job if you don't finish it. So have fun working through the weekend. Have fun pulling all-nighters.
Yep. Life's hell.
Yep. Like, you know something that made me mad that I found out about that I did not know about?
What?
Apparently, in every other first world country, when it comes time for tax season, your government just gives you a bill. And you just pay it.
Yeah.
While here, we have to file it ourselves and deal with the mistakes ourselves when they know exactly how much we owe.
Yep.
I found that out, and I actually got heated. Because I was like, wait, we're the only country that files our own taxes? And they're like, yeah, the only first world country. And I'm like, love that.
Welcome to hell.
Yep. That was a heated rant.
Yeah. What everyone came here for, art and taxes.
Well, that's good. But no, like, here's the thing. Like, salary is a good thing, you know, and managers can be good people.
It's a good thing, but you need to, like, here's the thing. Our moral here isn't, like, company bad, like, every place you work is going to be bad and trying to screw you over. That's not, like, what we're saying here is. It's that, like, notice the bullshit.
Yeah. When
like,
something, when something seems fishy and off, it probably is.
Yeah, like, because there are plenty of companies that do salary, but they don't just, like, do it to fuck you over. They, like, it's just sometimes it is what it is, you know?
Yeah.
And sometimes you can get done early and just be done. And get your salary. So salary can be a good thing. Yeah. It's just that you have to be aware, like, who you're working for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you notice a pattern, then there is a pattern.
Yeah.
And, like, obviously it's not as easy as just, like, oh, quit your job, because some people can't sometimes.
Oh, yeah, exactly. That's another big thing, is, like,
yeah.
There are
but
so many people,
if you feel like you could...
I do get mad. This is actually something that gets mad at me, is when people come to other people and they're like, well, just go get another job. And it's like, all right, Martha, I'll go get another job where I'm making the exact same pay and benefits right now in this pandemic.
Which is what I would suggest to anyone, is that if you're in a situation like that where you have a job and you really think it would like they're kind of abusing you a little bit, either financially or like time wise or whatever, like look for another job. You can look for another job before quitting your actual job.
Just don't tell them you're looking for another job.
For good Lord, don't tell them that you're looking for another job.
Because there are some stupid people out there. Like Cody had some coworkers that were literally on the company time, on the company computers, filling out job applications. And then when the manager was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, don't do that. But if you're on your own time, just in private, in secret, you could absolutely look for another job.
Yeah.
And then once you find it and you think that you're going to be able to get it, you can put in your 2 weeks and deal with all that. It's a complicated. It's always going to be like case by case, but like that's what I just mean.
Why are you screaming,
just
boy?
Know
Come
it's
here.
A caption.
Get in your chair. It's my cat. So I know you know it's my cat. I'm telling other people.
Yes.
A bit one is ask how the turnover rate is. If people don't stay that long over time, chances are it's not a good place to work when the management is bad. That is true to a fault. It depends on the job. Like, I worked at a supermarket where the turnover rate was extreme. Now, I had a bad manager, but I know in the supermarket field, the turnover rate for courtesy clerks, we bagged groceries and collected cards. I hated having to be called a courtesy clerk, but whatever. That's a really high turnover rate for teenagers because a lot of teenagers don't need the money, so they're just like, oh, that's a lot of work, bye. And they just leave.
Yeah.
You know, so it depends. Like, if it's got a high turnover rate, and that's not negating, like, teenagers quitting for good reasons, but I've worked with teenagers that didn't want to work. I worked at Target, and I loved working at Target. But I would literally work with teenagers and younger people.
I can definitely, like, here's the thing. There are plenty of times that I can just speak with this from personal experience. There are plenty of times when teenagers and young adults quit jobs for very, very valid reasons. But I've known far too many people at this point who just quit jobs because it's a little frustrating. And then they just, like, immediately quit even though they could really use that job.
Yeah. And by a little frustrating, I don't mean that. I literally knew somebody, all right, and I laughed at them because they were being a baby.
Yeah. I'll explain, like, another story I have, too.
This one guy I knew quit a job because I didn't want to have to work 5 days a week. That was it. It was a normal job. It was a 40-hour work week job, and it was Monday through Friday, and he dead ass was like, I don't want to work 5 days a week.
Yeah.
And so that was why he quit. That was the only reason.
Yeah, and then like I know I had somebody in my school or whatever. She was she mentioned something to us where she's just like, hey, I need a job. Like I need one, and I need it to be kind of immediate. Like I need somewhere I could get a job fast. It's like a slightly urgent. So if anyone knows anyone that's looking to hire, like let me know. So somebody in the chat trying to help said, oh, I know a place that's like very understaffed and is like always looking for new jobs, so that would probably be good. And immediately she said, well, if they're understaffed, that sounds like a really good equation for being abused. So I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm not going to work somewhere that's understaffed.
Oh, yeah, no, because like there are horror stories of people who are actively getting abused at their work and terrible things happening and they can't leave. And then there's people where I also knew another person. I knew a person that worked at Sewell Wood.
Well, no, I think their actual words were, I should clarify, their actual words were like, that sounds like a recipe for too much work and not enough pay, so I'm not going to work there if they're understaffed. You know, after this person had said, like, yeah, I urgently need a new job.
Yeah.
Which is, like, I'm going to just be honest, guys. Like, listen, I get it. But if you have not worked with there before and you urgently need a job, maybe you should just try and see what happens.
Yeah.
For the love of God.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I've had to do jobs and stay at jobs I hated because I needed the money. Like, was it right? No. But, like,
yeah.
Oh, God.
But it's also, like, I don't know. I get really frustrated with those people who are like, oh, I really, really, really need something, and then they get all choosy all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah, it's exactly it.
It's like, oh, my God, I really need help. Oh, I'll help you. Oh, but not you.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's the kind of stuff that does frustrate me a lot sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like, don't pretend to be desperate if you're like going to shoot down every single option somebody gives you.
Yeah. Now you're allowed to be picky. I will admit you're allowed to, because I've been in this position. You are allowed to be picky because like I was looking for part-time work, okay, but literally all the part-time work out here was not enough hours to even justify putting gas in my car. I literally got an email back from a place being like, you will start at 8 hours a week, and if you're good, you will get more hours. And so I did the math. My car, just my car, because I have an old-ass car. My car's in the 90s. It's $50 a week to fill up my car if I'm, like, driving back and forth a lot. It's $50 a week, because it's an old car. So, if I'm getting 8 hours on California minimum wage, that's maybe $80, not after taxes. So I'm barely putting gas in my car to justify getting a job that's supposed to help loosen the stress from using that time. That makes no sense. You know? And that, like, in that case, that's okay to be choosy.
It's the context of, like, you can be picky. You're allowed to be picky. And if you're in a comfortable place where you're not, like, dying from, like, starving, then you should be picky. And because that's the only way that we're going to, like, raise any kind of standards. That's the only way we can try to raise any kind of standards, because we only have so much power.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you're going to, like, if, for example, there's a lot of teenagers I know that'll work somewhere and they have like one asshole manager, but everything else is fine. And they're just like, well, I'm going to quit because I don't like that one person. My manager's kind of a jerk sometimes. So like, bye.
Yeah. Or the snot nose. Okay. So I know we're being mean to teenagers right now, but I've had some bad experiences with teenagers.
No, I know.
Not
all teenagers are like that. I'm going to say that again, but, like, there's definitely are some.
Yeah. And there are definitely adults, too, that are just as bad. But, like, all right, so I charged my pen again. When I was working at Target, okay, see, I have Mad Men on my iPad. Go away. What ended up happening was so I was hardline sales floor. If anybody's worked at Target, you know what that is. So, hardline sales floor is you're pretty much stocking, but if they need a cashier, you have to run to cashier. We all had walkie-talkies. This was years ago, but that's how it worked, right? That's what we were told and what we signed up for when we applied to work at Target. So, I would always be the first one on register because literally I would watch these little kids who we'd get the little thingy on our walkie and they would just turn it off and then go back to stocking. And I'd be like, hey, we need to go, like, do the cashier. And they're like, I don't want a cashier right now. And then they would just keep stocking. Or, come on, focus. Or, they would run to the back room if they were being called. Like, purposely, they would just run and, like, hide. And I'm sitting here like, you signed up for this job. You knew what it was. You went through the 2-hour orientation like I did. And then they were surprised when they didn't get called back after seasonal. Like, I remember that happening. Yeah. Like, a bunch of them were like, ugh. Or I had this one person in the middle of Black Friday just walk out. Because they were like, I'm 16. I don't need this job. Bye. And they just left. They left the register. They just left.
Yeah, that's how you just fuck yourself over for jobs in the future. It really is.
Because that's what I was saying, too, is I had this... Well, she wasn't a friend of mine. She was my friend's roommate. And it wasn't really my friend's choice. But what happened was, this was a lady, grown lady, by the way, grown woman. She was in her 20s. And she was always bitching about not having money and needing a job and doing this and that. She got a job at Subway. She quit 2 days later because, and I kid you not, this was her wording, smelling like bread gave me anxiety. Not the working with people, not the stress, not the, if I smell like bread, I get anxiety. Yeah.
See, that stuff blows my mind because I'm like, at that point, it's like, you knew you were gonna work here. Like, why wasn't that a concern?
Man, I never would have thought working at a sandwich shop would make me smell like sandwiches.
I know, I can't believe it. The sandwich shop is made out of sandwich. I can't believe it.
What makes me mad about the whole thing, though, is in this vein, right? The problem is, it's these people that make it harder for real cases to get announced. Because then they're like, oh yeah, you're gonna quit for a stupid reason like so-and-so did. It's those numbers of people who are bad employees that make it bad for everybody else. That's the problem with it. Is when some, like, perfect example, when I had my manager, again, not at Target. Target was like the one job I had a great time at. I know other people have had bad experience at Target. My Target was great. But when I worked at the supermarket, and my manager told me that if I was caught drinking water in 120-degree heat, I'd be fired. That even though I was put in a hospital for a bone spur because they were illegally making us push 18 carts when they're only allowed to legally make you push 8. When I tried putting in my 2 weeks notice, she's like, okay, bye. And then when I told people why I quit, they were like, oh, so you couldn't handle the stress? And I'm like, no, my manager was literally doing illegal stuff and abusing us.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I quit. I didn't quit for a petty reason. I quit because I'm literally going to the hospital.
I didn't quit because my manager was just a jerk. It was that they were, like, literally, like, doing illegal shit and literally, like, putting me in a hospital.
Yeah, like, I shouldn't have to go to the hospital at, like, 2021 for a bone spur for pushing carts. That, for less than minimum, because that was Cali minimum wage back in the day, so that was $8 an hour. I know in most states that's a lot, but out here, $8 an hour is not anything.
Oh no, $8 an hour is nothing even here.
Like, I'm like, nope, it ain't worth it. I don't got a lot of bills. I still live with my parents. Bye.
Yeah, that's the shit that frustrates me.
Seriously, what happened to that person who got anxious over smelling bread? Last I heard, this is not a joke, she went to jail for beating up her boyfriend. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I found that out from my friend. Like, oh yeah, someone remember so-and-so?
That escalated so fast.
Yeah.
Damn, the bread really got to her.
Yeah. I'm not joking about domestic abuse because that's not funny, but I was just like, that was something I never would have expected. I was just seriously, when I found that out, I was like, that was not something I was expecting from the girl who quit her job from bread anxiety.
Literally, just to clarify, I'm not laughing because there was domestic abuse. I'm laughing because the girl who was like, "Ugh, the smell of bread makes me anxious," beat her boyfriend. But, like,
yeah, that was me! That was me! I was like, what?
I was just like, I'm sorry.
And I will say this.
The bread scares you?
But yeah, I was like...
That man deserves better than a woman who will beat him and be anxious about bread.
Yeah.
The only people who are legally allowed to be anxious at the smell of bread are people with celiac disease.
Yeah.
It's my hot take for the night.
Oh no, I don't want to lock it. Come on, I want to fill it. No, damn it. Unlock, bitch. I want you to fill. No, I want you to be black.
Bully.
Bully. Alright. I have to flip it now because I realized I did this all on the wrong side because I flipped it to see if the chibi was proportional. And it was.
Yeah, that's fine.
But now I gotta flip it. Flip. Welcome dance!
He dancing.
I always like when I can do stuff like that.
I know. It's the magic of art.
It also makes me happy because I'm like, yes, look at that good proportionate mirror. And then just so the line art doesn't mess with me here, I'm gonna do the same here. Oh no, it's not even. There we go. Alright, now my buddy, now Ganji, I gotta get your deets. Alright, we're just gonna...
Listen, new D&D idea. Ready? Okay, here's my new campaign idea. Here we go. All the characters work in the same place. It's all medieval style, but y'all work in, like, the same market or something like that. Mm-hmm. And you don't go adventuring. The only reason you have any kind of, like, skills as adventurers is because the market just constantly gets attacked. And y'all have to fight them off, and it's just a part of your job description.
That sounds like such a fun one-shot.
Yeah, that would absolutely be like either a one shot or if you had it be a campaign that's like a episodic kind of thing where there's not a big overarching story. It's just every week you fight different monsters.
Yeah, it's very much a person of the week kind of thing.
Yeah.
I was working a 60-plus hour week at Claire's as the only manager with a high schooler as my sales assistant. I got carpal tunnel from piercing ears. I quit because my DM refused to hire more people. Yeah, that's a whole other thing too. Like that stuff like I'm so sorry you got carpal tunnel from that. That's terrible.
Yeah. Also, fuck Claire's.
Yeah. I think it's stupid that we get charged for healthcare in the U.S. Sure, countries have healthcare. Oh no, I've always said it, dude. I will take a tax bump. I will pay more taxes if it means that if I get in a car crash, I can go to a hospital. I've always felt that. I don't fucking care.
I will pay more for my taxes if it means that like when somebody doesn't have to like die instead of paying for an ambulance.
Oh yeah, exactly. Because like I didn't know for the longest time you had to pay for an ambulance ride. So that's why I'm sitting here like, because I was in a car crash 2 years ago, okay? And I was okay. It did mess up my back for a bit, but I'm also overweight, so it was like it didn't help. But I acknowledge that. As us fat bitches, we need to acknowledge when our weight is an issue sometimes. So, when we were in this car crash, my friend's mom was driving, and she also has a lot of health issues, but she called the paramedics to come and check them out. The paramedics checked us all out. None of us went in the ride, but then they literally printed out a bill, and I was like, doesn't your insurance cover that? She's like, no, insurance doesn't cover ambulance rides, and I was like, what? And then I went home, because, oh no, it was 3 years ago. My bad, it was 3 years ago. It was before I got married. Because I was still on my parents' insurance at the time. And so I called my mom, and I'm like, hey, Mom, the insurance I'm on, we get ambulance rides covered, right? And she's like, no. And I'm like, wait, so if I just needed an ambulance ride for, like, something serious, I would have been charged
if I was having a fucking heart attack, like it needed to be rushed to the hospital, you have to pay to get rushed to the hospital.
Yeah.
And that's where the system is fucked up.
Yeah, exactly.
It
God,
frustrates me.
It's like so sad, but like all the fucking memes about the stimulus right now is it's like, well, you should have thought of that before you became peasants. It's like, yeah, that's kind of how it feels.
Yeah. Congress announces that our next stimulus will be a pizza party.
Yeah. We have to laugh because it's really fucking sad.
I know, it's depressing.
Unrelated, but everyone I know who got their ears pierced. I did! I got my ears pierced at Claire's when I was in middle school, got my ears infected.
No, yeah, because they use piercing guns, and you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're supposed to get needles done.
Yep.
Now, I am sad. My holes did close up from an infection, but it wasn't from the piercer. I had them for over a year. Well, no, over 2 years, because I got them for my wedding day. But what ended up happening was I made the mistake. I borrowed earrings from a friend, and I cleaned them, but it turns out they were really cheap metal, and my ears got infected, and they had to close up from it, and I was very sad. But I did learn from that day that if I were to literally, like, ever get piercings again, because I do, I'm a goth bitch, I want more piercings, it has to be, like, medical grade steel or, like, real gold or real silver. It can't be, like, the nickel stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, just go to a piercer, guys. They're not that expensive. In fact, most of the time it's usually the same price. At the piercer I went to for just basic ear holes, it was like $20 for 2 holes. So I spent $40 and I got my ears done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know Claire's looks cute and ooh woo, but also a thing too is like, so I've always drawn my like persona with these big floppy ears, and people have been like, oh, you stretch out your ears? And I'm like, no, I have, see, you can see, I got floppies. I have really thick, droopy ears that I've always had since I was a kid. That's why when I draw my persona, I give her the big floopy ears. And so, because of that, when you get a piercing, your ears swell up. So when I got these done, my piercer told me I had to get the rings instead of the normal little thing, because he's like, your ear's going to get too swollen. You're going to get an infection. And then I'm like, oh, I never knew that. And he's like, do you ever have your ears done at Claire's? Because they only have the studs. So if you got big floppy ears like me, you can't have studs when you pierce your ears. You can have studs when they're healed, but not when they're raw. Because like anything.
I don't understand why there hasn't been any like legal anything with Claire's doing the piercing shit. It's so frustrating.
It's because it's sanitary. That's the little like reason why. Like they get the little alcohol pad and they're making.
I know they don't even train their
to
piercers though. They like don't hardly.
Yeah.
Their training is like somebody's like, yeah, that's how you do it. Now you know how to pierce ears.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you're a piercer now.
I will say though, I can't wait to get my ears pierced again because man, I loved Cholo. He was so great. That was his name. His name was Cholo, and this man was so heavily tattooed. I did not know what his ethnicity was. He was so nice though. He came up to me and he's like, "Hey, are you here for the piercing?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Hi, I'm Cholo," and I'm like, "Oh, hi, I'm Michelle." He's like, "You ever had your ears pierced before?" And I'm like, "Not from a tattoo artist." And he's like, "All right, we'll just sit here." He was so nice though. I love Cholo, and I still have his like little antibacterial spray. So
amazing. We stand Cholo.
I know, he was so great. Love him. And my favorite thing though was when we were done, a little girl came in with like a heavily tattooed like alternative family, you know, and this little definition, little princess girl with the two like alternative punk parents. And she was all excited, and she was like, "Uncle Cholo," and he was like, "Hey," and he gave her a big hug, and she like wasn't scared of him, and I'm like, and he's like, "Are you here? You here to get a tattoo like your parents?" And she's like, "No, I'm here to get my ears done like a princess." And I'm like, "Oh, it's so cute! Oh, it was so cute."
My heart.
No, it was so
it.
great. And then I was like, "Oh, don't be weird," because I wanted to like watch, but I didn't, because that'd be weird. But I'm like, "It was so cute." Oh,
precious baby. I don't know this child, but I would die for her.
I know. But that's what I'm saying. I think it's what's so funny is legit when when I have kids, because I'm gonna have more tattoos someday. Because I only have I have my rose, if you can see it on the webcam, kinda. I have my rose, I have my moon, and I have my fucking chunky meat arm. I have my Bioshock plasmid. So eventually I want to have my whole sleeve done, and I do want to get a chest piece someday, but I don't know what I want for it, so my chest piece is going to wait. But I also want to have, like, that one, like, pant leg of tattoos, but for my, oh, thank you for the subscription. But, what I really want is for my leg, for my calf especially, I want to have one really big Bioshock piece, where it's going to be a Big Daddy, Delta, a Big Sister, and then Songbird. Like, that's my whole calf, is what I want. Or not my calf. Yeah, not my calf, my calf. I don't know if I'm gonna ever do my thigh, but I do want my calf done. That's adorable. Basically, you watch a video from a CD, it looks like they were ripped from a VCR, and they train you on the plastic ear thing for 10 minutes, and then you have to do 3 on an adult, and then 1 on a baby under supervision. Oh, okay.
1 on a baby? Jesus Christ.
No, a lot of people bring their baby to Claire's, because it's like...
No, I know they do, and it's awful.
What makes me sad is, like, okay, if you want your baby's ears pierced... Wow, I'm getting a lot of fucking subs right now. I mean, yay, but... literally, they can do it at the hospital. Like, they can do it on, like, fresh baby. And it doesn't charge you any extra.
But they shouldn't.
No, I know they shouldn't, but that's what I'm saying. I'm like, why would you pierce your baby's ears? Like, oh yeah, me and Margaret are just at the mall, and while we're here, let's pierce my baby.
Yeah, you know, before they even are old enough to, like, decide if they want a fucking earring or not.
Well, I know a lot of people do that when they're babies, so they, like, don't remember the pain. You know?
Yeah, but also, like, babies
no, I'm not
are
saying it's
handsy.
right.
Ugh.
I'm gonna do what my mom did with me, because my mom waited to get my ears pierced.
You know,
I mean, granted,
you know who doesn't remember the pain of getting their ears pierced? I don't. And I did it when I was 12. Like, God. Irritated.
Let's see.
Dumb argument.
I really, really dislike people who will put literal babies through pain for that. Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
I understand, okay, here's, like, a catalyst that. I understand when it's a culture thing, because, I had a couple of Indian friends in high school, and they had nose rings, like the little stud.
Yeah.
And, like, they got that as kids because, you know, in their culture, from what they explained to me, like, when you get married, you get, like, the chain.
Yes.
If I'm remembering it correctly. It was years ago, so I don't know all the details. So, like, I do get it if it's a culture thing, you know, in that sense.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, again, I was also raised by Jews, so, like, brisses were a thing.
Yeah.
Which I still think that's weird.
It's not when it's just two white parents who are just like, yeah, we think this is cool.
Oh, yeah, no, and that's the thing I've had people ask me. They're like, oh, yeah, if you have a boy, are you going to give him a bris? And I'm like, fuck, no.
No.
No, they can do that at the hospital. No, I don't know.
Screams.
I do think that's weird in the modern era that as someone who has Jew blood and is raised by Jews, I do think it's weird that you have a fucking party, like, a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, just a little... Yeah, what if the baby doesn't want earrings in the first place? Yeah, exactly. So that's why, like, when it comes to the piercing thing back around, Cody and I have talked about that, where we're like, we won't pierce our kids unless they want to. And we're going to tell them, like, because if they're younger and they're like, hey, you want a piercing, it's gonna hurt.
You should also, I mean, well, also, it's like, to me, I if I ever have kids and I'm in this situation, personally, I think what I would want to do as a parent is, like, be like, okay, you want your ears pierced? Ask me again in, like, 6 months. And if you still want one in 6 months, then I'll do it.
That's valid.
Because you have to, like, the reason why I say that is, like, I just don't generally have a rule that, like, because a lot of times kids might want something because at the time it seems really cool and I don't know.
Oh, you mean like when,
like within 6 months or a year, they're just like, oh, I'm over it now.
I feel bad, but I'm like, oh, you mean like when teenagers get their belly buttons pierced?
Exactly. Well, no, because I mean, literally, I used to have earrings, but I literally had the same studs in for years because I didn't actually care. I just thought it was, like, cool at the time, and then after the fact, I was like, I don't know, I guess I just have them in. And then after a while, I just took them out, and I just never put earrings in again. Because I realized, like, yeah, I probably just shouldn't have done that. So, like, I didn't really want
Cody
them that
had his
badly.
ears pierced for a long time. But
Yeah.
he had to get his taken out because of his job. He actually misses it. He likes having his ears pierced. But again, my husband works on cars, and arcing is a thing.
Yeah.
It's why I think it's funny. I've had people, like, talk to me. They're like, aren't you upset that your husband doesn't wear his wedding ring? And I'm like, I don't want his finger to get fused to a car.
Yeah.
Color me weird. Like,
Yeah. No, but Mitchie, how are people going to know he's married at every second of every day?
Most people don't
how
know the
else
reason
are-
why Jewish men grow out their beards is a wedding ring, and they don't know that. It's like, common sense is not out here.
I know.
Like, just because some people know doesn't mean others do. Yeah, fun fact, if you meet a very, very Orthodox Jewish man, if he's got a beard, he's married. That's usually what that means. That's why rabbis have the really long beards.
Yeah.
But, Jew fact of the day.
We love Jew facts here.
Yeah. And speaking of Jew facts, I'd talk about all kinds of Jewish demons and shit when I was over at my friend's house the other day.
Oh, delightful.
And my friend was like, man, Jewish demons are metal. I'm like, yeah, a little bit. Because Jews don't believe in hell. They're like, yeah, if you're a bad person, you just stay here.
Well, listen, the difference is that there's the kind of, like, yes, God loves us, and then there's the kind of, like, God, like, you be terrified. Be scared at every moment of every day.
What does it mean Quantum always said? Where it's like, oh yeah, you got mellowed out God, and we have mean God.
Yeah, exactly. You have chill God, we have mean God.
Yeah, you got God who mellowed out because he had a kid.
You have Grandpa God, we have angry stepfather God. There you go, that's your quote now.
I love that. That's great.
I have none.
My mom did mine as a baby, so I didn't remember any pain. I wanted earrings, and I had them for a few years. I liked them, but then I took them out. It was fun at the time, but man, it didn't hurt really as much as people say it would, though. But that's the thing, is everyone's pain tolerance is different. Like, I got tattoos, didn't hurt me that bad. I had a friend get tattoos, and she was fucking sobbing. It depends on the person.
Mm-hmm. Then you have me. I used to not have a high pain tolerance, and now I've been literally had a doctor tell me to my face, like, or that I have a high like, wow, you have a high pain tolerance, which is probably not something you want to hear when you're 18 at the time. I'm 20 now, but still do. Like, I literally, fucking yesterday, I was getting blood drawn because I was doing my whole doctor's appointment stuff, and the lady did the needle and was drawing blood. I was staring at it, and in my mind, I was like, wow, this really hurts for some reason. And I just kept staring with no reaction on my face. And then I realized that, and I was like, wow, I really do have a high pain tolerance. Because I'm like, you just know you've been through some shit. It's like, because part of it too isn't even just that, like, sometimes you know the pain is there, you can feel the pain.
Yeah.
You just are like, you just don't react to it, and it's like.
But you also need to be careful too if you're those people that have that I don't want to call it a mental disease. I don't know what it's called. Where like
it's not a mental disease. It's literally like it's a nerve disease.
That's what I meant. Like where you literally cannot feel like any pain.
Yeah, but that's not at all what I'm talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was sorry.
No, I'm talking about people with high pain tolerances.
Well, no, I know, but I was saying like in that same vein of like people with high pain tolerances. There are people out there who feel like no pain, and they have to be really careful because.
Yeah, but I know those people are going to be diagnosed. I don't think. I would think those people know I'm not talking about them. Because normally, from what I know, a lot of those people do get diagnosed pretty early on.
Yeah, well, because it's usually pretty apparent. Because my brother had a friend like that. Sweet kid.
Yeah, because they'll literally like stick their hand in boiling water, and the parents will be like, "What the fuck?" And they'll just be like, "What?" Like,
yeah, no. His thing was pretty more traumatic. So what happened was, in elementary school, they were all playing. Like there was a time where like every fucking first or second grader would like play baseball for like PE. Like that was their thing. You know, and so the kid was playing baseball, and something happened, and he ended up breaking his arm in a pretty apparent way, and he just got up and was running with his arm, like, broken, and, like, nothing happened.
Yep.
And my brother was like, it just looked like a noodle, just going, like, flopping around. And a lot of the people were like, oh my god, stop!
Yeah.
And then he got tested, and they're like, oh yeah, he, like, can't feel pain.
Yep.
And I remember that kid was so pissed he had to wear a cast, because he couldn't feel it, and he was a kid. So he's like, I don't see why I gotta wear a cast. Didn't hurt.
Yep. That's how it be. No, yeah. I was talking specifically about the fact that, like, I was telling that yesterday I went to have blood work done.
Uh-huh.
And, like, literally they were drawing blood, and I was sitting there staring at it, and I was like, wow, yeah, this one hurts. And I just continued to sit there with no reaction on my face. Because, like, for me, because, again, it's not for me that, like, I can't feel it. I just, like, high pain tolerance is that you just, like, don't react. And you just kind of sit there. Because it's, like, because, again, it's not that you don't feel it, it's a tolerance.
Yeah, no, that's Cody's thing. Like, Cody will come home from work, and he'll have this, like, nasty scar, like, going down his arm. I'm like, what happened? He's like, oh, I got cut.
Yeah. No, that was me. Because for anyone in the chat who doesn't know, I've been through some shit. I've had some medical shit that's happened before. So I was
He's made videos on it if you want to know about the knee story.
Oh, I have too much. Oh, it's all too long. It's far too long. But it's like, it's a whole thing. I have a knee story. I have arthritis. I have all sorts of shit wrong with me. But so I went to a dermatologist because I had something weird on the bottom of my foot. So they're like, yeah, you should get a biopsy for that. So we can, like, remove it and make sure it's not, like, cancerous or something like that. So now I should clarify, on the bottom of my foot, and where's the scar, actually? Hang on. I think it was on the arch of my foot. No, it's the other foot. Hang on. It's like, yeah, it was literally on the arch of my foot, on the bottom of my foot. So I weighed down or whatever my stomach to do it. So they obviously have to numb it. They can't just cut something out of you without, like, doing numbing. So I just laid down. And at this point, I should also say, I've never had a numbing shot at this point in my life.
Wait, really? You've never had a numbing shot?
Not a numbing shot, no.
Huh.
Well, knee surgery, I was just out. So, like, you know.
No, you're right. That's true. I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah. So, I never had them in my mouth either, somehow, miraculously. But, so I, like, laid down to do the thing. There was a funny thing because I was laying on my stomach and I had, like, my other leg folded, like, back, like, onto the back of my other leg's knee. Just kind of, like, because it was a more comfortable position. And the guy, like, the doctor, like, got down on his knees to, like, do the shot. And then he, like, looked. And he looked at my mom and he's like, can you just put a hand there? Don't want him to, like, accidentally kick me when I stick this needle in. Because my foot was literally level with his head. So I would just, like, put a hand there. But he did the shot and it fucking hurt. But I just fucking laid there. Because I'm like, yep, that's about right. That's about I was, like, in my head, I'm like, yeah, that's about a 6. So, like, with that one. And I laid there because I've taken, like, again, for context, everybody, I take extremely painful shots, like, once a week.
I've had to witness it. He's got to shoot a thing right into his leg.
Yeah. It's and it fucking hurts, and I'm not, like, at all, those ones I fucking yell. So, like, you know, my neighbors have probably heard me yell fuck every Wednesday. But but he did the shot, and, like, as he's doing it, and, like, as the pain's going away, he's just like, I think he was just astonished that I didn't say a word. I just, like, was sitting there just completely silent, not reacting. I didn't flinch, nothing. So he's just like, wow, you have a high pain tolerance. And I was like, thanks. Like, just, like, I mean, I shouldn't take that as a compliment, but thanks, I guess. So I'm just like, I had a doctor tell me I have a high pain tolerance. Very surprised. I've been through some shit. Not even, like, crazy dramatic shit, just unfortunate shit.
Everything's goopy. I forgot to do his goops.
Damn, how did you forget to do your goops?
I know, how could I forget the lava cake's goopiness? Because originally I was like, I'll just have it be, like, makeup and, like, extra things. But I'm like, no, it's like an extra layer on top of it. I should ink that. Like, look at him with his goopy lava cakeness. I love it. I shouldn't love it as much as I do, but I like that people are putting him and, like, Golden Cake as, like, buddies. Man, getting burned with water. Ooh, I've been burned with water? Yeah. I've also been burned. I did get bacon grease on my titty once, and that was very, very painful. Because I was very dumb, and I was cooking bacon in my underwear, because I didn't want to put on clothes. And it got, like, right on that, like, soft spot when you're, like, have a bra, and it's just, like, that right little pink flesh there. And then it was just, like, ow! And I, like, wiped it off, and then it kept stinging, and I'm like, that hurts.
Yeah, I know, you burned yourself.
Yeah.
You gave yourself a chemical burn.
I know I did. Yes, he goopy. He goopy and he angy. He don't want people to be pie. That is something I love so much about this essence, though, is I love all the memes. Back to IDV, randomly. But it's like, oh yes, I want, and it's fucking cheesecake, where it's like, I want a friend and an angel, and then it's fucking just Joker, like, putting a cake in a microwave.
Oh. Oh my god, Tiffany.
I don't know what to say.
Fucking Tiffany. So I put on Twitter, I put work in progress of all my gifts because now they're all colored. I just need to shade them. So I put what did I say? I said I'm once again sharing whips of my holiday gifts. And so Tiffany sends me that Bernie Sanders meme of I am once again sharing my whips of my holiday gifts. And I was like, thank you, Tiffany.
I love Tiffany.
She's very memey. I love her. I would love so off topic. I'm so sorry, but like God, I would love to. There's so many people. I'm just like I would love to play D&D with you someday.
I know. And Tiffany's whole thing is she literally can only work when she's not working.
No, I know. It's tragic.
Forgot those goops. Now I gotta get candy goops.
We'll find a way someday.
Oh, I didn't even fill in your thing all the fucking way. Well, I'm a bad artist. Any more questions though, guys? Because our brain go burn now.
Mm-hmm.
Because all the stuff I want to talk about that is relevant is IDV stuff, but I've already kind of said all that. And comic stuff, but we can't talk about that because I don't want to get people hyped for something that's not going to come out until next year.
I know. We can't give ourselves that false high. We'll be doomed.
I know, because we've done it before. Let's see. Hot glue buns. Ooh, hot glue. Ooh, I can't. Ooh. I don't want to picture that. Yeah, that's got to be the worst. I've been burned by candle wax before because I have these like wax burners, and I was trying to clean it out once because the only way to clean it out is to have the wax be melted, and so I was spilling it into my little container because don't just throw hot wax like in your sink or in a trash can. It should be common sense, but my brother did that. My brother was trying to dump out his, and he's like, I put the hot wax in my trash can and it melted through the trash bag, and I'm like, yes, because it's a hot liquid that you just threw in your trash bag. And so I'm like, I was putting it in my little container because I have like a spare like jar. I think it was a pickle jar, and I just put excess wax in there so I can eventually just throw out the jar, or who knows, melt it down and make a new candle because I do like making candles. It's gonna smell fucking weird because it's got all the weird scents in it, but I was doing that and it like dripped down onto my knuckles, and I was just like, oh, because I didn't want to drop the thing and like have that cleanup mess. So I had to like put it down, clean my hands, and it really sucked. And I was trying to talk to a friend, and they were like, "Well, you know, wax has healing abilities, right?" I'm like, "Not when it's molten wax." And it's a special kind of. Oh, who's your favorite survivor? Okay, I am a Kurt main. Victor was my main. He's my second main. Victor is still good boy, but the Explorer has my heart. I did not expect it to be that way. But he do. And I'm slowly growing on the rat, but he's not going to be a main. But that is my favorite survivor. As for the favorite essence that I was a part of, my favorite essence, I think, would have to be... I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
I'd have to say the most recent one, the alchemist one. But I also really like the Atros Ropes or the theater one. I liked that one.
Yeah, the theater one. That one's really good.
Those are the only ones I was a part of. Like the very first one I think I came in on was like the one right after Luca was announced, right? Like that's when I started playing. Was like right after Luca was done.
That's when I started. And I feel so bad I didn't get into it fast enough, and I could have got his fucking S, but no. I was a fool. Yeah, if anyone can't tell, I'm a prisoner main. I have a B badge for him. I've played this game too much.
You think I'm hot? Oh, thank you. That's very flattering. I actually like put makeup on and looked like a person right now. Because I'm like, it's YouTube. Get a little pretty. It's also it's Christmas. But I'm also really excited for Candyland though. Like I'm really fucking excited for this new essence, man. Because my other favorite for a hunter is, come on, focus, is Dagorl Galatea. I got her fancy skin because Morgan slutted himself out for me because he's like, help my friend get Galatea.
Listen, the karma worked out though because then I got her.
I know, you got her too after all of that. And now we can go both be pretty girls in your room.
I know.
Oh, wait,
it's great.
Oh, damn it, I'm tiny. Let's see. You got that goopy. How much more goopy? You got a lot of goopy, Ganji. Oh, your thing's here. Oh, I can't see that. But I love all the stuff with him and Cheesecake. That makes me like so happy.
It's very good.
Let's see. I will admit though, I am sad that we did not get Galatea on her Christmas toy, because I will say that very much.
No, I'm very sad.
Because I mean, just look at this background. It's so cute. I love it. I love them so much.
We were so cheated.
Also, Pastel Cartoon. It's okay. YouTube just doesn't like posting links. Please do not post links in comments or in chat for your live streams. Not just me, but for any creator, it like can get us in trouble. Is having the links pop out, and YouTube does not like them. So, just word advice for the future. Do not post links. It's the same thing with. Oh, I guess I should say this here. I mean, I didn't think I had to, but some people were up. I do not delete comments. YouTube automatically flags comments, so if like for some reason your comment didn't show up or something, the YouTube thing caught it. I will admit, the only comments I do delete is when like a person is being like openly terrible, like using slurs, being terribly sexist or racist or homophobic. I'm just like, no, bye. Do not have that on my channel. Like, I had someone, for no reason, the topic of the video had nothing to do with gender at all. I just said something about, like, I like, brought up non-binary people because they exist. Who would have thought?
Oh, wow.
And, like, that wasn't the point of the video. I just brought them up because they are people, because I brought a bunch of people. And I got a comment being, like, a thesis about there's only two genders, when I'm just sitting here like the point of the video wasn't about gender. I was just including a people in a thing. Screw me, I guess.
Listen, the amount of people on YouTube who will just take one tiny comment from a video and make like an entire like 4-paragraph comment about it like blows my mind.
Yeah. Normally, like I said, I'm not a big thing on that. I personally believe, like, you know, if people want to show their true colors and they kind of want to be stupid publicly, they should allow it to be, but not when you're being insensitive or racist or homophobic or sexist. Like,
yeah, but not on like your video. Like, that's your video. You don't need to keep it there.
Yeah.
They can do it on their own Twitter and on their own time.
It's okay. Sorry for asking again, but I'm just trying to advertise commissions and stuff. I wanted to know if you and Zodiac have more tips than what you have in your video. Do you have a question that wasn't answered in the video? Like, because just saying, no offense, I'm not trying to be mean, but just saying, like, or do you have any other advice that you didn't put in your video? I wouldn't know, because I put the most often questions in that video, so, like, what were a question that we didn't answer? Is what I'm asking here. Because I don't mind helping, I need to know what the question is, because just saying that is very, very vague, and I can't go off of much of that. I hope that's understandable. Okay. Let's see, is this little thingy goop? No, that's ironically not goopy. Okay. Your chest plate.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what the other skins are in the Candyland essence.
I know, me too. I want to know what the other ones are. Cause we know Emma's getting one, but that's just it. I want to know. I want to know who the caterpillar was, okay? Because I saw that caterpillar, and I'm like, that's gotta be somebody.
I know. Well, it's like I wouldn't be surprised if Bon Bon got a bee skin, because he's like, because of the way Joker is styled in that one.
Yeah, as a robot.
Yeah, like with the robot-y bits, but like I have no idea who else it could be.
Oh, I didn't notice you had little, like, stabby chunks, too. Hold on, I gotta do that. I'm sorry, Ganji, my boy. My future son. Do you like Madoka Magica? I do not. It is a style thing for me. I know it's great. I know people are like, Michelle, it's like everything you love in horror and stuff, but the art style bugs me out way too much. There are some anime styles, I feel bad, but I literally cannot jive with them.
Yeah, it's me too.
Like, it's the same thing, like, it's the same reason why I don't watch Ruby. The CGI hybrid style, the way they do it, And I know people are like, it gets better in later seasons, but you have to watch the first seasons to understand the story in the other seasons. And for me,
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't.
Plus, I'm not gonna lie, for me, I was like, Ruby confused me too much. I just wasn't really into it. It didn't like hook me. Like, both the art was frustrating to look at, and also just the story itself like didn't hook me.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of like, it's not my taste.
Me, this is supposed to be a simple chibi, I said. This isn't supposed to be that detailed, I said.
Always the final words.
Alright, let's see. Okay. Sorry, I am bad at specifics, but, like, I guess, like, hashtags can you use on DA, or just if there's, like, a better way to go about it than just hoping for it. No, I am very sorry. It is very much luck of the draw. It's working hard and getting your name out there and just getting lucky.
Find places if there are people where they're like, hey, share your commissions here, do that.
Yeah, find
if,
groups.
I know on Twitter, art shares and shit is a big thing.
Yeah, those do exist, like, so I would suggest that, but there is no...
There isn't a quick answer.
Yeah, especially because, like, I use myself for an example. I've been doing commissions online since 2010. And I didn't start doing it full-time until about 5-6 years ago. Like, that's just how it is sometimes. But that's what I always tell people is, don't just, like, stop drawing because you're not getting commission work, because then your name's not going to get out there. You just have to keep doing it.
Never just sit there and, like, say, well, I'm not getting commissions, so I'm not going to post anything, because if you do that, people aren't going to want your commissions. Typically, people end up actually wanting... There's a lot of people that will find your commissions because they see you post something cool and be like, oh, I want something like that.
Yeah.
So, like, you need to keep drawing just normally, even when you don't have commissions.
Yeah, or when you don't get engagement. There was many a time where I would post something and it would get no likes and no favorites and no nothing. That's just kind of a fact of life, sadly. Like, but you got to keep at it. That's why it's always like, this should be a hobby that you enjoy doing for fun anyway, and money just comes eventually. Yeah. Or in the same vein, if you're a really good artist, like Armani in the chat. I think Armani is a great artist. She doesn't do art trades and she doesn't do commissions because she doesn't like to. She just does art for her own thing. Like, that's a whole thing too. You can do that. You can find artists out there who art isn't their job and it is just a hobby. And that's something people gotta respect too. Because that is something I do see a lot, where there'll be, like, bigger artists out there just because their art's good and they're a hobbyist, and people will get pissed at them because they're like, why don't you do commissions? Why don't you do art trades? And then they're like, it's not my job. I don't want to. And then they get mad at people for not doing it. Like, that's... ain't right. Are there any commission sheets you'd recommend for reference? I'm trying to get my first one out there and replace my general Tumblr one. Just look around. It's all about aesthetics and what you want. I know it's a vague answer, but literally I have a commission sheet, Morgan has a commission sheet, my friend Pastel has a commission sheet, and all of our sheets are vastly different. It just depends on what you like. How dare you, my art is man. No, it is not, Armani. It is not. You free-handed a Hollow Knight background by choice. Bitch. Fight me. Oh god, what were we talking about? Oh, IDV. Morgan, who are your mains and your favorite survivors?
I said I had, like, Goku's my main.
Yeah, but you have many of them besides him.
I mean, yeah, but I thought that was the question of who's your favorite survivor.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, fine. Who's your favorite hunter?
And
remember when it used to be Joseph that long time ago?
Long ago. No, it's Cat Nun is my queen.
So yeah, again, I'm sorry. I know a lot of people want the easy, like, clickbaity answer of like, this is how you get commissions instantly. There isn't one. There's no way unless you already have a name for yourself. Sadly. Like, I know a good thing out there is this artist I follow. Her name's Brianna Garcia, and she did a thing on TikTok where she was talking about how she got her name out there was obviously pre-Sick Spiky Round Boy. She did a lot of conventions, and ironically enough, a lot of people from companies look at people at conventions, and they do like seeing it in person, the person who made the art, and talking to them. And I have had that happen to me too. I actually had, it didn't go anywhere for personal reasons, but I was very flattered. I had somebody, because I did San Japan, somebody who worked for a big company reach out to me, but I don't animate. I don't know how to animate. So they were like, hey, we would love to have you on an animation team. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how any of the programs work.
Michi, I'm going to be honest. Did you ask them what they were looking for?
No, they just said they liked my stuff. They gave me a card, and I got an email like a week later.
No, I know, Michi. They could have been looking for storyboard artists or character designers or something like that.
It was specifically animators from what the email said. It wasn't like storyboarders.
Okay, if it said specifically animators, but if they just said animation team,
no, it wasn't the team.
Then
it was
that
very
could be
specifically
anything.
Animators, and they asked me if I knew how to use like TV Paint and stuff and other programs I didn't know about, and I was like, I don't know. I'm sorry.
See, that's just a bit strange because it's like you don't have any animation in your
I
portfolio.
know. That's what I said. I was like, I don't have any experience in that. Let's see. So, but that is something that happens. Is like, again, I mean, I like my art. I know my art's not perfect, but I've also never done animation stuff like ever.
Yeah. Whack.
Yeah. So I did give them references though to someone who I knew did animate and did kind of work in the industry. So hopefully they got the thing. But again, very flattered. But I didn't. I know this might sound stupid. I didn't want to embarrass myself like that and be like, yeah, just teach me, because.
No. You should never do that.
No, I know. Because I had family be like, you should just take it. I'm like, no.
Well, it's also like not the industry you wanted to get into either.
Yeah, exactly. Ironically enough, I think it's pretty funny with us working on this comic. One of my biggest things I always wanted to do is I wanted to be a comic flatterer.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here like, oh, I am living my dream. It's years later.
Haha.
Did I get all of his goops? I think there's still more goop. Am I missing more goop? His hand is goopy. Let's see. His chest, his crown, his eyes.
1 second.
Sure, no problem. Let's see. I never managed to get commissions. Bought an IDK, how to get someone to buy them. I feel like we would have been friends in high school. You have such a good natured way of carrying yourself. Thank you. We would not have been friends in high school. I was not at all like I am now. I was a very self-conscious, very shy, very less opinionated person because I had a lot of self-confidence issues. I am flattered when people are like, oh, I wish we were friends in high school. I'm not the same Michi I am now that I was in high school, guys. I really was not. Like, I've had friends who knew me in high school, found my YouTube channel, and, like, found me on Facebook, and we're like, wow, you're so loud and opinionated. I'm like, I kind of always was, but self-confidence issues and anxiety that was undiagnosed. But, like, that's let's see, gotta get rid of my hat. But that's something, is I'm like, that's something I always say, which is I'm like, you know, see where you are in the future, you know, because who someone is now, because again, I'm 28. I am not who I was in high school. But I am flattered, but again, I always tell people, they're like, oh, we would have, I'm like, no, we would have not been good friends. Because I was very shy, sheltered, and I also very much was that person that I went along with stuff I very openly didn't want to do, because I didn't want to upset my friends. So, like, there were a lot of parties and a lot of things I did that I genuinely had terrible experiences at. But I was just like, I don't want people to be mad at me. Yeah. Which is why me now, I'm like, okay, dude, just tell me you don't want to go to my party. I would be so much less insulted if, like, I mean, obviously I'm not having a party because of Six Spiky Round Boy, but, like, when I had parties and people would, like, make up these excuses, I'm like, dude, just tell me you don't want to go. Like, I am, like, so much less insulted being like, I genuinely just don't want to go than being lied to.
Yep.
Because that did happen once, actually. Many a year ago, pre-Six Spiky Round Boy, in the magical year of the early-ish 2010s, I was having a Halloween party that I was working on really, really hard, and I was really, really, really proud of. And I had some friends tell me last minute, like they said they were going, and last minute said they couldn't go. And I was really bummed out. We was still a big party. We had a good time. But, like, I really wanted my friends to be there, right? And so I then later found out, because the magical world of Facebook, they ditched my party to go to Disneyland with a bunch of other friends and posted a bunch of pictures of having fun at Disneyland. And I was really hurt because I'm like, I wish you had just told me that you wanted to go to Disneyland. I would have been less hurt than, I'm sick, I'm not feeling good, I'm so sorry I can't go last minute. And then you're posting pictures of Disneyland. Like...
It goes back to that whole thing that I get irritated with, where it's like saying things as if the other person will never be able to find it.
Oh, yeah.
But saying it publicly because you want everyone else's attention, but you're like, oh no, I'm sure this person won't ever find this.
Yeah. Sorry I'm being quiet. I'm like trying to focus on the goops.
No, that's okay. I got nothing to talk about.
Let's see, what other things do we have here?
My brain is very one-track mind right now.
Armani, I was offered an art teaching job, but I don't have a teaching degree, so I didn't take the job. Yeah, see, like, sometimes there's stuff like that, where it's, like, I feel... Now, granted, there are other people who do that, but usually they're not the best kind of people. Like, I knew a lot of people when I was in high school that were teachers who hated kids, and they chose to be teachers. And they were terrible teachers because they hated kids. I worked with people like that, too. Back when I was a TA, you know, with kindergartners, baby kids. We had this one teacher who, the second she got tenure, she just stopped caring. Like, literally stopped caring. She would always, without fail, every holiday, every special event for kindergarten, call in sick every single time. And not tell her sub or her classmates stuff, or her students stuff. And it was to a point where, like, no, I don't know if this is just an America thing, but in elementary school, especially in kindergarten, we'd have, like special event things. So I remember for, like, Valentine's Day, it was, like, decorate a little shoebox to be a Valentine's Day card holder thing, or something.
Oh, gosh.
You know, or, you remember those?
I remember those.
Yeah, see what I mean? Or, like, oh yeah, for Halloween, you'll, like, design a pillowcase. Like, you'll get to draw on a pillowcase or something. Like where you get to do fun little crafty things to do the thing, right? Without fail, every single time, none of her kids would have anything because she just didn't want to do it. And technically, by law, by her job, she didn't have to. They didn't have to participate. So all the other teachers, we didn't have to do this either. But we felt bad for these kids because they'd be classes full of kids who would see these kids who worked really hard on, like, baskets for Easter we were working on. Or, like, I remember one year we made these really cool thing where we made, like, jack-o'-lantern, like trick-or-treat bags that we were working on for, like, 2 weeks on top of normal school stuff. And they had nothing. Like, literally nothing. And, like, parents who were there helping the event had to give these kids, like, Ralph's bags. Or Kroger bags. Because, like, Ralph's is our Kroger out here. And perfectly legal because bitch had tenure and wouldn't get in trouble for it. And she just didn't care. And we're like... Why are you... And then one day in the teacher's lounge, I asked her when we were on lunch, I'm like, why'd you become a teacher? And she's like, free health insurance. And then ate her sandwich. Yeah, it was free health insurance and free retirement.
Yeah.
And I'm just like... Like, those should be perks, not the only reason you do it.
Yeah.
But I'm the crazy one. Dan, can you... Nope. Oh, wait. Dan, can you really call them friends when they do stuff like that? For the friend thing, I said I had bad friends! Like, I've told Morgan some stories of stuff that's happened to me, and he's like,
Bad.
Wow, that's pretty shitty. I'm like, yes.
Bad. Bad. Not allowed.
No, not that one. You know what's terrible though? This is really random, but it's an art thing. So I was drawing with my friend Tiffany the other day, or not Tiffany, my friend Anna, and I was using my sketchbook because I hadn't done my sketchbook in a long time, and I caught myself doing the finger thing, like I was sketching, and I was just tapping it, and I was like, "Wow, this is paper, you fucking idiot." Anna's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I was trying to undo." I'm so used to my iPad. Where I'm just like, hey, finger tap. I think that's...
About how Twitch tried to ban the words simp, incel, and there was like something else.
Oh, wait, was that real?
It was real.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't a joke. That was an actual thing they tried to do, and everybody's like, ha 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 ha. Like,
wait, is that why people were making like usernames that was like Simp69 or something like that?
oh, I'm sure it is, because it was so stupid. There was like, I love the jokes about there are people who are like, just like, oh, instead of using this word, use this one. Instead of using this word, use this one. Instead of using simp, use Twitch staff. I can find it.
Sorry, I'm currently replying to a certain person for story writing purposes, so...
Ha 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 ha. It's for business.
You know what's funny is we can technically write this off. We can.
Listen, my new phone, I have to write it off. I was writing my comic on
No,
there.
legit, you can do that. Are you getting a new phone?
No, I'm not getting a new phone now.
That's what I'm saying. That'll happen. It'll literally be like, same if you get a new iPad, because I'm probably going to get a new iPad eventually in the process of us working on this thing.
Oh, yeah, I feel so bad because I'm going to probably have to get a new iPad eventually. Because this one, I mean, I use it every day, so after a while, the battery just stops.
Like, it just doesn't charge anymore?
Yeah, well, it'll charge, but it'll be like, it won't, like, the battery will run low super fast. Like, my old one, they literally did a test with it to see what the battery capacity was.
Yeah.
And it literally was like, averages 100%. Basically, when I had 100%, quote unquote, on that old iPad, I actually had 70%.
I mean, that makes sense because you use your iPad a lot more than me. I literally use my iPad for... Day. Well, I mean, I was watching Mad Men last night, but I just use it for art and IDV. I'm pretty basic.
Yeah. So it's like, well, also, because I've noticed it, like, right now, I've been charging my iPad. It was on 40-something%. It's on 35 right now. And it's plugged in.
Oh, great. Love that.
Yeah, because it's Discord. I don't know what it is. Like, here's what's weird about it, though, because I've checked, like, my statistics and stuff. It is 100% Discord. I don't know why, but Discord eats this battery.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, it's always when because that'll happen when I'm in calls or if I'm multitasking with Discord and drawing at the same time. That's when it will happen. It's like, but if I'm just drawing, it's like usually it will go very, very slowly. Like, I've had it, at school, I've used it all day because it's like, I'm only using Procreate and stuff like that. And that still kind of eats the battery a lot too, because that's a hefty program. But it's like, for some reason, it's like 90% of it is Discord. Which is wild.
Sorry, my brain stopped. Sometimes I get that where I'm in the middle of replying and my brain's like, because I'm thinking, if that's how the character would like say it. Because there's times where I'm like, this is what I want you to say, but is this what the character would say?
Oh no, all the time.
By the way, can you believe it, Morgan? Soon.
What? Soon?
I get to touch you soon.
Yes.
And take another weird picture
neither
of
of
you on
us
my couch.
we gotta make sure neither of us have the specky brown boy. But soon.
But that's why we're smart about it. We're doing the quarantining.
Yes. Yes. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh, by the way, Mitchie's chat. If anyone here likes D&D and wants to play more D&D, I have a Discord channel for now finding D&D games.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, you should absolutely go to my Twitter or my DeviantArt or something, wherever you can find me at, wherever I put the link.
I said that earlier. YouTube does not like putting links in chats and stuff, so you can't link it.
No, it'll let moderators do it.
Oh, okay. So if one of my mods wants to do, are you a mod? I think you're a mod.
I don't know if I'm a mod. I can look. But yeah, if anyone would like to join that, please feel free. And please, there's somebody who's setting up a game right now, and I think it sounds really cool, and I would like them to actually do it because I think it looks really cool. So anyone would be. It's literally a dungeon crawl with dinosaurs. It sounds like so.
And the D&D group it's more to find D&D groups than like we're all part of a D&D thing. It's for people who have like
it's not
crazy
we're all a
schedules to try to find other people with
we're
crazy
finding
schedules.
people to play with.
Yeah, because you can never get enough D&D.
Never.
And when I finish
it's like, listen, I have to do something. I want to play more really, really badly.
I know. And you have no patience.
What do you mean no patience? I have patience. It's just that I want to play and I don't want to like, because if I just sit here and I stir with it and I just keep getting antsy, it's just gonna make me miserable.
No, I know. That's why I was making fun. Sorry, I was trying to poke fun. Let's see. How long have I been streaming for? Oh, about 2 hours. That's good. Doing good. Okay. I'll probably end the stream soonish.
I am moderator.
Because I am good. Yeah. Because I am hungies.
That's fair.
And I'm like, ooh, you know what sounds great? Cheese egg sandwich.
Damn.
You ever had one of those?
A what?
A cheese egg sandwich.
I mean, yes, but...
Okay, so the way my mom always used to make it, because I've never seen anybody else do it this way. It's the way I love it.
By the way, I'm sorry. Somebody asked...
oh, sorry. Yeah?
Which edition? The person who's running it is going to do D&D 5e. They're a new DM, so it's like super beginner friendly, like really beginner friendly. So, sorry, continue.
No, it's okay. I'm trying to get his little goopies away. But what I was saying was how my mom always did it was when my mom would make a cheese egg sandwich. Okay, so she makes the egg. She mixes the egg all up and she makes it and she folds it so it can be like basic sandwich shape, right? I really want to get one of those like Japanese square egg pans for this reason because I love eggs. And so she folds it up and then she gets some, if we don't have cheddar cheese, American cheese, and you put it on some toast and you put the toast on tin foil and then you put the egg on top and then you put the other piece of toast on it and then you wrap it up in tin foil and then you cook it on the stove like a little grill in the tin foil. So it's all nice and melty and crunchy together. So you get like nice toasty toasted bread with the melty cheese and the egg. It's good shit. It's like when I watched Birds of Prey and I watched how like she like got that like egg sandwich and I'm like, oh, that also looks like a great way to make an egg sandwich, man. I'm so excited though. I'm gonna get you to try new food while you're out here.
You can certainly try.
I'm getting you your Insta pasta boxes. You'll have backups if you don't like it. But as one of your best friends, and I think if you like a little brother, I'm gonna make you eat vegetables.
You can try, but you will fail.
You know what though? After I flat his little crown, I'm most likely gonna end the stream, guys. So last minute questions because I'm doing his goops. Once I flat all his goop, then I'll be there. Let's see. The other one who would like Pathfinder. Yeah. The Discord server is literally for people. Again, it's for people to find people to play with. It's a public server. It's not like you're playing D&D in it. I mean, you can, but it's more so like, hey, I have this crazy schedule. I also have this crazy schedule. So
plus,
that way...
plus Mercurial, I also know there are plenty of people... I didn't put it in my roll call thing, I should have, but, like, I'm sure there's plenty of people like me who'd be willing to learn if an idea sounds cool enough. I know there's plenty of people in there who've said that they're cool learning new systems and stuff like that. It's just that D&D is, like, the most common one. that a lot of people start out with.
Yeah, so like, because I know there's like Star Wars D&D, there's like Vampire D&D. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've kind of always, I just don't know who I could do it with, but I've always wanted to try Vampire the Masquerade.
Mm-hmm.
Because that just seems like my fucking aesthetic in every single way. But like, literally no one I know plays Vampire the Masquerade. And I've watched like some like Let's Plays of the game, and I'm like, it's not as cool. Than like D&D vampires, I don't know. So.
Oh gosh, I had somebody asked what kind of brush do you use for line work?
Oh, for line work, again, for line arc, I just use the basic dry brush. I fiddled with the eyes, that's why the eyes don't look as smooth as the stuff, but I just use basic dry brush, depending on my size of the canvas, anywhere between 10 and like 20. And then because of this bastard, and me watching how he did flats once, I'm like, oh, that is such a smart, easy way to do colored lines. Oh my god. So that's what I've been doing ever since.
Yeah, Sophia asked, do you like Akame ga Kill?
No, never heard of it. Sorry.
I've heard of it, but I don't watch it.
I am not as hard of a weeb as I once was.
Yeah, neither am I.
My most recent shows that I keep up to date with are Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia, Promised Neverland, Yashahime, but I even started Yashahime late. I'm looking into Jujutsu Kaisen, if I'm saying it right. Because my friends Kira and Tiffany and another server we're in literally will not shut up about this game, this anime, so I'm probably gonna check that out with Cody. But, other than that, I mean, it's not really anime, but I also really like Dragon Prince on Netflix. I like, Brain Gober, damn it.
Brain Gober.
Oh, and Sakura Clear Card Arc, because that's just a nostalgia thing for me. Card Captors, that's my Sailor Moon. And I will be watching the Ouran High School Season 2 when that comes out. I'm very excited for that. So, but other than that, that's kind of all the active anime I watch right now. Because, I'm one of the people where, like, I don't care if it's sub versus dub, but whatever I watch first has to be the way I watch it. So, like, with Demon Slayer and My Hero, we've only ever watched it in Japanese. So, I don't like watching the English dubs of those because I've only watched them in Japanese. But then there's stuff like Promised Neverland, where I've only seen it in English. So my ass here is like, I can only watch it in English now. I will wait.
Someone asked if your commissions are currently open.
They are not. They are going to be open in, most likely February. Because I have a lot of stuff I need to catch up on still. I'm doing really well on my backlog. I've sketched out almost all of my backlog on commissions right now, finally. Literally because I talked to my patrons and I'm like, guys, let me just work on commissions this month, please. And so I've been literally, like, that's what I mean with, like, my vlog being boring. I've literally been drawing and editing videos. That's been my life. So, most likely sometime in February. And what I'm going to be doing is I will be doing seasonal commissions from here on out. Just because I have a lot of other social media platforms. And I'm not a cool kid. I don't have an assistant. So, because of that, because I stream on Twitch, I do YouTube, I do my Patreon stuff, I do normal commissions, and I'm working on my own stuff, I can't afford to have commissions open all the time. But if you want to be a top tier patron, they are guaranteed a commission every month, or every other month that's an upgrade. So, you also get commission discounts when that does happen there. Other than that, because I've had people be like, oh, why do you have caps on that? And I'm like, because then I'll never be free.
Listen, you know what I'm excited for?
What?
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Right, we're gonna watch Yu-Gi-Oh! I forgot about that.
It's the first thing we're gonna do. We're gonna binge Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, we got to do it with Holly, so we have to wait.
No, I know. As soon as Holly gets there, it's the first thing that we're gonna do.
Yeah, we're gonna get her drunk, and we're gonna watch Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yes. Gonna give her hugs, gonna give her love, and then we're gonna watch Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, but no, that's my thing with the commissions. Let's see. Do you use professional PayPal for commissions? Yes. I had to. I made too much money. Literally, PayPal didn't give me a choice. They were like, "You're making too much money, honey. Give us your stuff." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Cool thing though is I have a PayPal credit card that I'm like really proud of. I'm really proud of having a business credit card that I use for just business expenses. It makes me feel like a real adult.
Huzzah.
Like, my tax lady even said, she's like, you should have had one of these a long time ago. I'm like, well, I don't really buy a bunch of stuff that, like, needs a credit card. But now here I am, like, oh no, I'll be buying a printer, I'm gonna be doing this and that. I'm like, oh no, that is good to have, so. But, yeah, I have a professional one. I recommend, just for tax reasons, unless you're getting a lot of commissions consistently, don't move over, because you need your tax info in it. Like, you need to be able to, like, prove your legal name, you need to be able to have all your information set, and it's a real pain in the butt to get your name changed if you are, like, if you are trans, or if you're getting married, because I had to deal with that. I am not trans, but when I got married, my name changed, and it took me, like, 9 months fighting with PayPal to get my name changed over. And even then, the website still glitches out and sometimes uses my last name from when I wasn't married. So, like, that's something you need to be prepared for, because I know, you know, knowing trans people and stuff like that, I know that, like, you know, your legal paperwork and your legal tax name won't match your name names. That's something that's pretty important. So, but back to the anime question. Do you read? No, I actually don't read manga anymore, for a very, very simple reason. And it is, I have, well, the term changed from when I got diagnosed, but I have CES. I have computer eye syndrome, because your girl has astigmatism and a diagnosed light sensitivity, and my job requires me to stare at an LSD screen all day. So that's not good. That's what these glasses are for. They're prescription glasses for working. So when I read manga or when I read books, I try to not be looking at a screen, and manga is expensive. It's very expensive now. When I was a kid, it was like $5 for a giant thing of manga. Now it's like 15 to 20 for one volume. So I don't really read a lot of manga anymore. And I know you save more money getting the Shonen Jump app and just reading it on your phone, but like I said, I'm already staring at screens so much every day, I try to, like, have that disconnect. So, no, that's a normal little chip. But, there's that question. So, sorry for that, because I literally can't afford to buy a shit ton of manga to read it. And because of Six Spiky Round Boy, I can't go to my library and check it out. Because I did do that. My library actually had a really nice anime section and manga section. So I would go to my library and I would check it out and I would read it that way.
A tragedy.
But Six Spiky Round Boy said no. Let's see. Man, I'll have to look into more, since if you're under 25, I think you don't pay taxes in Poland. Oh yeah, especially if you're in Poland, I have no idea how that works. Like, because out here in America, age does not matter. It depends on how much money you make. Because usually kids don't make a lot of money, or if they have a job, it's usually like a paper
you have to make a certain amount in a year to pay taxes.
Yeah, and it also depends on where you're from. Because, like, I know in some states, it's literally, if you make more than $600, you gotta pay taxes on it. But, like, in California, you need to make, I am not a tax professional, but this is what I was told from my tax lady a few years ago. If you make more than $6,000 a year, you have to pay taxes on it in California. So, that's why I always tell people, talk to a tax person. Because I also made the mistake of listening to a family member who was a tax person, but they were a family member. And so I didn't know about the $6,000 thing. So guess who had to pay back taxes? Because my family member who used to do our taxes was like, oh yeah, Michelle, you don't make enough. And I'm like, really? I mean, I made a decent amount here. And they were like, nope, no, you don't. And then I got that bill from the IRS. So that's why I recommend that. But yeah, look into your state and country tax stuff. So, because every place is different. Let's see. Thank you for answering my question in your Q&A video. You are welcome. Let's see. But yeah, like, real quick, like I said, if you guys want, please do follow me on Twitch. I haven't been streaming there a lot because of work, but I do stream there much more often. I do shoot for, like, once a week. Obviously, I've been working a lot, so that hasn't been the case, but that's what I'm going to be going back to when, life gets a little less hectic in January. So that way you can know when I stream. Also, follow me on Twitter, because I always announce when I stream on Twitter or on Instagram. So,
Wow.
shameless plug, but I need to tell people because I do keep those up to date, so that's why. Sorry if this is off topic, but who's your main for IDV? Oh, don't worry, I already answered that one before. My main is Kurt, or the Explorer, and then my side main is Victor, because Victor used to be my main boy. But then Kurt, that little schizophrenic asshole, just took my heart.
I main 4 people because I'm a monster.
Yeah, no, he's a monster here. He mains 4 people.
No, I listen. I'm a strategic monster, so I can fit any niche anybody needs.
Yeah, so name all of your mains and why.
Luca is my main guy. He's my default in rank. I'm talking about rank mostly, but he's my default. But sometimes if I need to play somebody else, I go to either Jose, because he's the only rescuer I can play, first officer. I go to Barmaid, because I love her, and I love getting drunk in the middle of a battle.
Demi's great. Demi is good lady.
Yes, I love her. And then after her buff, it's been great. But then I play Patricia as my kiter, who I can sometimes kite as, and then sometimes I cannot. And as for a hunter, I play Anne. I play the disciple with her cats.
As for a hunter, I play Joker or Mr. Smiley. And if I don't play him, I usually play Dagorl, which is what I call her, but her name's Galatea or the Sculptor. Yeah, okay. Who's your favorite character you ever made? My basic one would be Tetsu, because she's just my baby. It's hard to pick favorites, but for me it was pretty easy because she was my
No, I know you. For you, it's easy. I don't fuck. Cause like
I would say Comet. You have a really close relationship with Comet.
I mean, yeah, but he's like out of all of the ones I've ever made, I don't really know.
That's true.
Like, cause the thing is like Vanessa has a very special place in my heart.
Yeah.
Love her. I mean, I fucking Hope and Bellis are like pretty high up
Hope
there.
And Bellis are
I fucking
too.
love them. They're very good.
So,
I know.
I
don't know.
Oh yeah.
And I said, I don't know.
Well, I was gonna say, cause someone else was like, what is IDV? Technically, it's Identity
Hell.
5, but what?
It's hell. That's what it is.
It's a very addicting, free-to-play mobile iOS game. And every time I say that, it sounds like an ad, but it's not. I give them money. But it is free-to-play. Literally, all the money you do put in is to, like, skins and cosmetic shit. If you put in money at all, because you really don't have to. I want it.
Yes.
And, it's...
even then, because it is a gacha system, and I understand that people don't like gacha systems for very good reason. I think theirs is actually probably one of the most, like, the least scammiest kind of gachas that I've seen.
Yeah, I agree.
Because the only thing that, like, technically speaking, you could only realistically get it with money is if there are S skins that are special, that are exclusive to the, like, essence you get it from. Mm-hmm. So, like, in that case, it's one of those things where it's like you either get it when it's available or you never get it at all. But they also explain to you how your luck works with that. Yeah. Because technically, if you open a certain amount of whatever, you're guaranteed to get it. So it's not like you're just doing it into the void. It's not like it's always, like, a 1% chance.
Yeah.
So, again, still, like, if people don't like gacha systems, totally understandable. But, like, I think it's, personally, with all the shit I've read, I think it's better than a lot of gacha games I've seen.
Yeah, and again, it for the gacha stuff. It is all cosmetic. It does not make you play better. It does not make you play faster. It's all just extra things to make you feel pretty. Or if you're a hunter, a special carry animation.
Oh yeah, all the like characters and stuff like that. You can actually get that without ever having to spend a dime.
Yep. But it pretty much it has the same gameplay as Dead by Daylight, but simplified down. It is not a knockoff because the Natisse teamed up with the Dead by Daylight team to use the engine with permission. So I have to say that because some people are like, it's just a Dead by Daylight clone. I'm like, it's not when they openly admit they use the engine. It's not like they don't hide it.
Also, other than like the basic foundation, it's like completely different.
Oh yeah, exactly. Besides the basic gameplay. Also,
yeah.
I will say, the tutorial is fucking weird.
Yes.
So
I swear the game is fun. You just have to get through the weirdest fuck tutorial.
Because it's one of those things where, like, we want it to have plot, and there is somewhat plot, but nobody plays IDV for the plot.
Nobody played it for the concept. They played it because the characters look cool.
Yeah, because, I mean, look at him. Look at him. He good boy. He Angie. I love him. He's not even out yet. Also, the costume events, I think, are really creative and fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's technically Identity 5, but I hate calling it Identity 5 because you play as either 4 survivors or 1 hunter, so 5. It makes sense, but I like Identity V better. It just sounds better. Be prepared, though. Like anything on the internet, it does have certain points of its fandom that is toxic. But that is like everything on the internet, so just be prepared.
Mm-hmm. Never go to post-game chat. Never do it.
Never go to post-game chat, ever. And, be very careful when you go into English 3.
Not any of the English chats, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know about the other chats, but English chats are cursed.
They're pretty bad. They always go around to egg. They always come back to egg.
Egg.
Almost died.
Post-game chat is so sexual. I don't know what kind of post-game chat you've been reading. The worst experience I had in a post-game chat, and I should clarify, I'm like not, like it doesn't hurt me at all, but I had a game with like a really toxic acrobat or whatever, and apparently as soon as it was done, I was playing Demi, and they were just like, kill yourself, barmaid, and I was like,
what?
Whoa.
Oh my god!
Buddy.
It would be a mic player, though. It sounds so bad, but you know what? That is some mic energy right there.
Yeah, just fucking, just kill yourself, barmaid. And I'm like, thanks. Good for you.
I did have someone though trying to roleplay with me once in the chat because I have the Jingle Bells Victor skin, you know, where he's got the little like bar hop for the. Oh, my ribbon fell off.
Yeah, I should clarify that's not like a game thing exclusive to IDV. For people who don't like, that's literally online games.
Yeah, that's like
I'm sorry to say it, but it is. I love like multiplayer game, like massive multiplayer games and whatnot. Like it's literally an online game thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, what are y'all's comfort characters? I really like Victor.
I still love that in my Kids Be Kids video, there was not Identity V in the tags, in the title, anywhere in the video. I just used my Luca background. And so many comments where I came for the Luca, I stayed for the commentary, I like the stuff, and I'm like, well, thanks.
My comfort is Luca. He's me.
It's pretty bad how accurate Morgan's thing is to Luca, though. They both got bad knees. They both
We
have the
both are
hair.
confused most of the time. We both hyperfixate so much we forget about our surroundings.
My comfort characters, I do have to say would be right now because it does change. It would have to be Victor. I do like while I like playing Kurt more, just Victor's backstory and his like whole little thing. And I will admit, I'm a dirty shipper, and I really like Val. I'm not a fan of Vale. I know I drew Vale, but I like. It's so weird. There's this fanfic artist called Terror Shocked. That's all I'm gonna say, because Terror Shocked writes some not YouTube friendly, pretty spicy fanfics on AO3. But Terror Shocked also loves Val, and they're like, I really like Edgar, but I only like Edgar if he's a little shit and he's only with Andrew, nobody else. And I was like, originally I'm like, I don't get it, and then I read some fanfics, and I'm like, oh no, can't do like that.
Literally came for the Lucas, stayed for the commentary. Yeah, that was my favorite comment. Oh gosh. Yeah, I enjoy it very much. I have a very good time. Listen, I should also clarify, I'm like, it's so weird, because it's not like, I should say, it's not like a perfect game. It absolutely isn't.
Oh, it's not. It's not. It is not a perfect game.
I've never been like so obsessed with something because like I drew so much fan art. I am not an artist who draws fan art. I am not. But I did find the game when I was extremely fucking depressed. So like it was very nice to have something to kind of like immerse myself in a little bit and goof around.
No, and that was it with me. Was originally I was kind of like, okay, whatever, and then I got into it, and I'm like, oh no.
No, my favorite thing, I sat there with this bitch, because I'd been playing it for a month before my friends actually listened to me and got into it. Yeah, he sat there with me, because
I was like, what the fuck is this tutorial, dude?
No, yeah, I was sitting there the entire time with her in call. She was ranting and raving about the tutorial, going like, what the fuck, like, what am I doing? What the fuck, like, the entire time. And I sat there like, oh yeah, she probably doesn't really care about it. And then suddenly she just went quiet. And all I heard was, Morgan, I kind of love it. This is kind of fun. Yeah. And I was like, yeah?
People are saying IDV is trash and go to Genshin Impact, but I spent $80 for the Cheshire Cat and Riding Hood. I can't go back now. Me! Okay, I love Cheshire Cat.
My thing.
I do not have
It is interesting how so many people in that community are going to like Genshin. It's so weird though, because for me, I'm like, sure, but I don't like Genshin's aesthetic as much.
Yeah, no, I will fully admit I just love the aesthetic. I like the gameplay. I would not keep playing it if I didn't like the gameplay, because I do. But, like, you know what? Let me show you my skins while we're here. And I finish the goopies, so you can see my skins and why I will not leave this game.
I can come to your room and show off my skins.
That's right. Come to my room, bitch.
I'm coming to your room.
Plus, they're doing a Promised Neverland crossover in spring. So ready. Hey, I'm sorry, but if Emma's not Emma, they missed the mark. Like...
Oh, she's gotta be.
But no, yeah, see, I have Riding Hood too. I also have Riding Hood.
Yeah, invite me, you bitch. How dare you?
Rude. Oh, I know. I would love an American McGee's Alice set. I do have the Alice in Wonderland set, though. They did do an Alice in Wonderland event. Hold on, where are you?
There.
Alright, where are you? I made you buy that one. I made you buy your Asriel skin.
She made me do it, but now I have.
Because he used to be a Joseph main for his hunter. That was his boy. Ow.
Now I just collect them.
You didn't
I have many Josephs.
Hey, but you didn't get the judge one. You did miss out. You didn't get judge.
I didn't get the judge one. I didn't spend money on it. Yeah. But it's okay. I have Vampire Joseph though. That's what's important.
Here, you show through your skins first, and then I'll do mine.
I also have Fencing Joseph.
I also have Fencing Joseph. I got that one. The sports event was weird, but let's see. I know something I really want to do is I really want to do a cosplay at a con again when cons do come back and I do events again. Oh wait. Okay, if you're doing that, we gotta be twins. Hold on.
Yeah, we have to be both of them. Join me.
Yeah.
Join me, sister.
Yeah.
Let us be powerful together.
But I do love this one. But no, I really want to, I want to cosplay an Identity V character, but, like, myself as an Identity V character, because I don't personally, like, project onto any of the characters. Like, somebody in this call who is Luca in, like, every way.
If I actually cosplayed, I would do it. Like,
all you need, you have the hair, all you need is the makeup for the bad eye, the neck thing, gloves, and your leg braces.
I really do. That's really all I need.
Yeah. He got fancy woo-woo.
Woo-woo. My queen.
I also
Didn't know
have
enough.
that skin. I don't even have Anne. I got it in the event.
Okay.
You gotta go?
No.
Okay.
Okay. No, she's just saying she's putting something on the stairs.
Okay.
She's my lovely lady.
Oh, yeah, can't you
We
be both
dance?
forms?
I can. Hang on. Wait, let me just dance.
What was that?
suddenly
That
I'm
was
just-
a funny thing I did see, though, that somebody was commenting on, where they were like, when you're the only one who doesn't have a dance emote at a dance party, and it was a Luke. Like, here's the thing, listen, I am not gonna dog crap on Genshin Impact if people genuinely like Genshin. It's just, for me, I will try it someday, but I'm not putting it on my iPad or my phone. I hear it's like a giant fucking game. And so
for me, I'm like, I don't really think I would like it very much.
Yeah, so, I'm gonna give it a try, but when I do, it'll be for my PS4. You know, like, but... Oh, that one's still so pretty.
I love her so much.
Yeah, my room is very basic. I'm slowly working on my room.
Yeah, I have too many skins. I have far too many skins. I also have survivor skins, though.
Yeah. I wanted that one so bad. I did want the murder on the IDV
Look at what's
Express.
on my ass, though. I have honey.
I know you do.
I have honey on my ass.
I know! Victor's good boy. Postman and Postdog are great. Oh, wait, I also have Ghost Goral. Where's mine? Hold on. Yeah, let me do mine real quick, because I have the little animations on screen. So, I got Ghost Goral, because I had enough crystals saved up. I also got her oh, it doesn't show. I have the little, I have Emma's little, trinket that, like, when I'm in the Ghost Girl skin, I get the little ghosts around the rocket chairs. I got Red Riding Hood recently, because again, I had the crystals. But I also got her the matching bow, so her robot looks like Robin Hood. I got the boy out of anger and desperation. Because I really wanted his skin. So, yeah, I got him, and his really stupid shirt that's got an open back.
Me sitting here waiting to make you jealous.
I know, hold on. And then I have Nidhogg. The coordinator one. This one, I believe, is in the event store when you just have 1,000 of the little hourglass things. And then this one was my very first skin I ever bought. And it was because it was a limited run skin. And I was just getting into the game. And at the time, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm totally a Doctor Main. That didn't last long.
Listen, it was so funny when all of you were like, oh yeah, I'm a Doctor Main. And
all of
that.
us, yeah. And then...
I'm sure you are.
Yep, and then I got Victor. I got Victor in a random pull, and I'm like, well, I better use him now. So, yeah, I got her. I have the Wicked Witch skin for Melly. I have... This was my very first Victor skin. I got Keyboard. And I was like, alright, I better try him out. And then... I did the event where I got the card, so I was able to unlock his Alice skin. That made me very happy. So I almost always play in his Alice skin. Because the Explorer, his special thing is he gets tiny. And then I don't play the Dongan Daddies, but my friends do, and I got him. So I got him. I played so hard for the Halloween event to get Victor's Halloween skin because my boy's a ventriloquist, and I love it.
I love him. I love him.
And then, I hate Cratcher, but I seem to get a lot of his skins. So I got this.
I want to hold all these skins' hands gently.
I hate Cratcher. I hate him so much, and I have so many of his skins.
I have cool skins.
I know. I'm just finishing my round, Morgan.
I know you're so mean to me.
I don't know. Because I have the animations I can do. So just...
I have the animation too. I don't know.
Alright, so just let me get through the fancy one. I'm just doing the fancy ones. I'm not doing all of them, alright?
Do the fancy ones then.
And then I got
I'll dance here by myself.
I got another Danganronpa skin for Doctor, so I don't play Danganronpa, so yeah. I got Candy Girl because she was on the board for Tracy, and then I also did get her swimming one. And then these are just the basic, not cute animation ones that I have. All right, now Morgan, you can show your stuff off.
Can I dance? Yeah, I can dance now. I can dance finally.
Yeah.
I have my boy finally after
Yep, he
ages.
got Toasty Marshmallow.
I have my Toasty Marshmallow. After ages. But I have him. I have this one. With
I feel bad because I have the Neeb one, but I don't have Neeb unlocked, so I can't play his.
You'd think that this was a suit and that this came back as a suit, but no. It's an open back dress, and I'm just like, you know what, Martha, you do it.
It's an open back dress with tights. Great.
She can lie down.
I have so many of Martha's emotes too. I have so many of hers.
She has so many.
Yeah, hold on. Let me switch mine out so I'm not as big real quick.
I have my daughter who used to be my main until they nerfed her.
I am still mad they nerfed
See, they
Helena.
didn't nerf her, but I didn't like the change. I know why they changed it, but it made me sad.
Yeah. See, I think I just have her pro. I got rid of her lay down, so.
Hang on, wait. I have too
no, wait,
many
do her
Helena
dance.
emotes.
Do her little dance, because her dance is really cute.
Oh yeah, her dance. I love her dance. Yeah, and I have a much more mature skin.
Yeah,
that
you
still
have her,
has a toy bunny on the end
Satanist
of it.
skin.
Now I can dance as this. That's the real twist.
Wait, moldy bread and cooler moldy bread?
I have Vampire Demi.
You have Vampire Demi. You have a few of the vampire skins, actually.
I do have a few of them.
I
need
think
more,
I
though.
have Vampire Norton, but I don't own Norton, so...
Yeah. Do I have more of that? I have the cool doctor one that I got. With her fucking leather.
That is leather, I didn't notice that.
Yeah. I don't actually have that many vampire skins. I thought I did. I haven't gotten Patricia's vampire skin yet, and that's honestly so offensive.
Her vampire skin one's great.
Yeah, I have Nidhogg.
Okay, twins!
Now we're both Nidhogg. I have many random Patricia ones. I have my man. My man.
I'm still so sad you can't get his pirate skin, because his Captain Hook skin is awesome.
I know. Listen, all I want is... Listen, Netties. He needs more skins. Where is my man's skins? Give him more skins. It makes me sad.
No one likes him. He's an alcoholic.
No! Make me sad. Give my man the love he deserves. Hang on, wait. Actually, I have something funny. Wait, where is the normal one? Hang on, I'm gonna do this. It's gonna be really funny, trust me. So listen, I have Luca, right? You have normal Luca, and then you have Luca with just a little bit of dirt thrown onto him.
I love that because Victor's is so drastically different.
No, I know. Most of the characters are so drastic. Like, this is his, obviously. Like, this is his worn clothes. And then you get, like, worn clothes for, like, Doctor. And she looks like fucking this.
Yeah, so, see, here's Victor's. We'll do that because I have Victor's real quick. So, we've got Victor, right? Normal, clean. Bitch has got McDonald's French fry hair Victor. Right? And then where's his dirty clothes one? Because I know I have it here. Where is it?
Just for a comparison. Like, the only thing about his clothes is that, like, his gloves and his collar are, like, slightly frayed. Yeah. Just a little bit.
Wait, do I not have it? Oh, I thought I had it.
You don't have it? I can't believe it.
I know, I have...
Do I have Hunter Warren?
Oh, no, here it is. So why'd you go back to Edgar? No. Go to... There's Victor. And then you look at Warren... So there's a normal Victor, right? And here he has worn clothes. Got fucking tears in his clothes. He's, like, covered in smut.
Also, did you notice I got her tiny little cat toy? Look at it on my ass.
What?
Look at her cat toy.
Let me see. Oh my god, you got her little cat toy!
I got her cat toy. It's very important.
Oh, I wish I had Patricia's skin, because I have the skin where she is Anne, but I don't own her.
I know. Oh,
Or not
geez.
Patricia,
Tragedy.
Fiona.
Fiona.
But yeah, let's see.
I have many an A and B skin.
Yeah. I put enough money in that I have the spoopy the detective skin that nobody likes.
Yes.
So I have him.
I have X. Look at my
for
son.
my hunters, let's see. For my hunters, I have Inferno Sonata, which I didn't put any money in. This is when I started playing. I pulled him randomly, so I got him.
I know, her luck was insane.
I know. Checkmate. I got all the demons! I got all the demons in that essence without even trying. But then I got Goral, who I didn't. I put money in her. Ouroboros I pulled from the witch one, which I like this one. Yeah, but that's all I really have for the fancy hunter ones. I mean, I have this one for Joseph, but
listen, because Geisha is beautiful in every single skin she has. You want to see another pretty skin she has that's not even like that crazy?
Sure. Hold on. I'm just showing him more of the hunters that I have too. I got real quick, just a little move through. I have so many of Joker skins, but so many of Joker skins are so ugly.
I know. I have so many of Geisha skins, and she's pretty in all of them.
Alright. Oh, wait.
Listen.
I can dance.
Yeah, listen, look at me. I'm beautiful, right? But then listen.
But then you're spoopy.
The color inversion is crazy.
It's good, though. I like the difference.
I love it. I love her skin so much. I have her porcelain doll one that I had to use for like ages because I couldn't get a better skin for her.
Yeah.
I have... What else do I have?
I didn't realize how long her fingernails were.
What?
I said I didn't know how long her fingernails were for Geisha. I never noticed before.
Does she have long fingernails?
She did on the last one. The last one she had really long nails.
Hang on.
Okay, it's not on that one, but like on the last skin you had, she had really long nails. Yeah, on her one hand.
Oh, that's because in her demon form, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought you meant in her normal form, and I was just like, what?
Okay.
I was just like, what are you talking about, Michelle? Oh gosh, what else do I have?
Screw the demons. They do make them slurpy. Oh, I have that one too!
Yeah.
But I also have her split hair chest one.
I have the spook crow.
Oh, I have that too, but I don't have him. Wait, give me candy.
I love this. Oh, giving you candy? Hang on. Love him.
Yeah, just
love my son.
Basically exhausted. Do a little jig. Okay, dance.
Do your little jig. Dance, little man, dance. I can dance.
How many dances do you have? Oh, there you go.
I have Demi's.
Yeah. Hers is fun.
Yeah, I love hers. It's absolutely in character. I know I have Patricia's. I have Helena's. Do I have coordinators? Does she even have a dance? No, I don't have hers.
Coordinator has a dance. I just don't have it.
Yeah, I don't have hers. I don't think...
I want Aesop because I like that he dances ballet.
Yeah. No, I don't have gardeners. Who else do I have? Do I have lawyers? I do. Damn it. Why do I have his dance? And me. I can dance as a lawyer, Michelle.
I hate it. I like that you put him in his hipster skin, though.
I know. Fuck this man.
Let's see. Who do I have dances for? I have to check.
No, I don't, but I can shout.
I have to go to my character notebook. There's characters I own that I have the dances for that I don't have, so...
No, yeah.
Let's see.
I have, because I know I have... I think I have Fiona's dance. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, wait, no, not that one. It's the, not that behavior. That's what it was. Behavior dance? No, okay. No dance for you. I want Kurt's dance. I think his is cute, but I don't have it. Alright, let's see. Do I have coordinators? No, I don't have her dance. But here's her dance. Where is it? Yeah, this one's hers. She does like a little disco tap. Let's see. I like that Tracy does the robot, but I don't have hers either. Let's see. Does Will have one? Oh, he does!
Dude.
Let's see, how about Eli? Yeah, he does, okay. Alright, everybody just shambles around. Oh, Mike doesn't have one. That's weird, I didn't realize Mike doesn't have one.
Dang.
And then, yeah, I have Victor's.
I'm waiting for Luca's, though.
I know. I don't think... Yeah, she doesn't have one either. No, definitely Edgar doesn't have one. Does Lucky Guy have a dance? Oh, he doesn't. That's sad.
I know. Give Lucky a dance, 2020.
I sit here and I'm just like, he's like the first character you play as. Why doesn't Lucky Guy get more love?
I know.
Well...
Oh, you know who needs a dance? Jose Good needs a dance. Give him a dance, no tease.
And then knee break dances. Yeah, alright.
He certainly does.
I'm done drawing for right now. I am very hungry, so I'm gonna end the stream here. But thank you
I
guys for
should go
coming.
too.
This was really fun. I do keep my streams up after they go live, like I said, so it'll still be on my channel. Please remember to like and comment afterwards and stuff, because that does help a lot. I will be doing this as a speed paint when I finish it eventually, so this will be on my channel because he's a good boy. So yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. Happy Artmas Day 10? I think we're at 10. Or is it 11? Either way, love you guys.